Good evening, Oklahoma. Welcome to Tuesday Night Basketball. Here live from Douglas Gymnasium on the campus of the Douglas Trojans here in Oklahoma City. We've got two great matchups for you this evening. We're going to start with the ladies first. We've got the Douglas Lady Trojans taking on the Lady Chargers of Heritage Hall. We're going to take a brief moment here and a brief pause, if you will, here shortly for the national anthem, and they will be announcing the starting lineups here very shortly. Glad you've joined us here on the All City Sports YouTube page. Make sure you share it with your friends and let everybody know that we are streaming this game live, and it will be one to watch. Very excited about it. I'm Jay Swick. This is Dylan Tribble. We're going to take a quick break and let the national anthem be played, and we'll come back and get this game started. And let's play some basketball. Welcome back to the All City Sports YouTube page. We'll be streaming this basketball game here tonight. Very excited to be here. I'm Jay Swick. To my right, color commentator, Mr. Dylan Tribble. And we are here for the Douglas Lady Trojans taking on the Heritage Hall Lady Chargers tonight. We are on the campus of Douglas High School here in the heart of Oklahoma City. And we will have a lot of passionate fans here, to say the least. This place gets a little rowdy on Tuesday nights, and that's why I really enjoy broadcasting Douglas basketball. They do, well, first of all, they treat us tremendously well, and we appreciate all the accommodations and the amenities they bring to us. And it's going to be an interesting night. Dylan, how are you feeling? What are your thoughts on this game tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good, my man. It feels great to be back on the mic with you once again. We had a heck of a game the last time we broadcasted downtown at the Paycom Arena, where Douglas defeated Lancaster from Texas. But now Christmas and New Year's are over. We're at the home of the Douglas Trojans, about to witness a collide of Oklahoma City between Douglas and Heritage Hall. I'm pretty excited. It's basketball in the state of Oklahoma, and now we get down to the nitty-gritty because it gets serious. Seeding matters. You know, playoffs are a little ways away, but not far. You don't want to lose any games at this point in the season. You want to be trending upward. So tonight we're going to see which team can come out with the dub.
And I do apologize. You may hear the Douglas Marching Band in the background.
You definitely will.
That's a lovely sound to hear. They do a great job. They've got a phenomenal band here. And I think that adds to the intensity. It does. And to the vibe in this gym. We've got your starting lineups going on right now. And we will go through them here in a moment. In fact, we can go through them right now. Starting for Douglas, the Lady Trojans. Number 0, Tiona Blackwell. Number 3, Kamariana Moten. Number 4, Bobby White. Number 20, Amari Ratliff. And number 21, Zamari Wright. And that's your starting lineup for the Douglas Lady Trojans. And quickly, the Heritage Hall Lady Chargers. Number 10, Olivia Walker. Number 12, Reagan Creamer. Number 22, Lucille Sullivan. Number 24, Reagan Fowler. And number 45, Annie Walker. And the Heritage Hall Lady Chargers, quick steal, going to take it right to the basket, got the bucket. They start the game off 2-0. Here come the Lady Chargers. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the All City Sports YouTube page for this Tuesday night basketball broadcast. And there's another steal by Heritage Hall. Quickly going to take it. Misses the shot, but gets called for the foul. Olivia Walker's going to the line.
Yeah, it's very clear already that Heritage Hall is going to play very aggressive on defense, and when they get the ball on offense, they are going to push the pace, run and gun. Now we got Heritage Hall on the free throw line for 2 shots.
And free throws, obviously, I feel like mean a little bit more on the high school level.
100%. We saw it in our last broadcast.
100%. We did see it in that Lancaster Douglas game at Paycom Center. What a game that was. And obviously the Thunder. I'm confusing the Douglas Trojans with the Oklahoma City Thunder. But Douglas won in overtime. That was an epic game. Here comes the Lady Trojans. Get it sit down right on the wing. And number 3, Moten takes it.
What a block by Heritage Hall. And Douglas gets the ball back.
Gets it back to Moten. She goes down low. Number 24, Kayla Long. And now we've got probably a jump ball here.
That's right.
And the possession arrow is pointing towards the Lady Chargers of Heritage Hall. Got a 4-0 lead. I know, speaking with head coach Jayla Rose, coach of the Douglas Lady Trojans, she's just very passionate about what she does. And it's more than just creating a winning environment and building a basketball team. It's about growing them as people, these young athletes, and setting them up for the right mindset going forward in life and how to deal with adversity. It's much more than just on the court, X's and O's, if you will.
That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
And we've got number 45, Annie Walker, at the line. Going to put up the shot, no good. Got a second one. They could go up 5-0 here. Not a bad start for Heritage Hall Lady Chargers.
No, big credit to their defense. They're playing Douglas really tough, and they're full court pressing already early in this game.
And makes the second one. They're up 5-0. Now, I would like to see the Lady Trojans of Douglas really get the ball down to Kayla Long. She's so physical, but it's tough to decide to get through this defense as we're seeing right now.
Steal, run and gun. They got the ball in the wing now.
And Walker for 3 here. No good. Rebounded Kayla Long. Gets it to Bobby White. She's going to push it up the floor. And she gets caught from behind, slips and falls, and stolen by the Lady Chargers here. And that's Reagan Fowler. And I talked with some of the assistant coaches for Heritage Hall. They were just speaking so very highly of her. Oh, they get it down low. Stolen by Kayla Long. Gets it to Bobby White. Now goes over the side to Moten. She's going to take it off the glass and one.
Oh, they didn't give it to her.
Offensive foul charge.
That looked like a clean and one, but obviously the ref saw something we didn't. I assume the defender had their feet set. With that being said, the Heritage Hall Lady Chargers are going to get the ball, and it's Reagan Fowler, number 24, that's going to be taking it up the court.
Early first quarter, 6 minutes, 7 seconds left. Here come the Lady Chargers. They're going to slowly take it up the court, calling out the plays, communicating. Here's Walker. Gets it over to, I believe that's Fowler.
Yeah, it's Fowler.
Fowler's driving baseline, goes under the basket, and they said she stepped out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover. Lady Trojan basketball.
That's right. Great defense down there to force her going out of bounds. That was number 20, Anne-Marie Ratliff on the defense to force that turnover.
Here comes Camariana Moten. She's getting it. Oh, and overthrows. I think that's out of bounds. No, they're going to say it was inbounds, and it was just picked up by Heritage Hall. Here come the Lady Chargers. Reagan Fowler going left, gets it to her teammate, number 12, for the shot, and it's good. That's Reagan Creamer.
What a pass by Reagan Fowler. It was a no-look, like the defender. She was looking the defender straight in the eyes, passes it off to the left. Wide open layup for the Heritage Hall Lady Chargers, and they are up 7-0 with 5 minutes and 32 seconds left in this first quarter.
I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors for this broadcast. Obviously, Super Prep OK on Instagram. If you are not following them on Instagram, you're missing out on a lot of good information and some amazing content. They do a great job highlighting some of the athletes around the state of Oklahoma and covering big games, doing player interviews, coaches interviews. If you have an Instagram account out there, you're missing out if you don't follow Super Prep OK on Instagram. I promise you won't regret it. Langston University is another major sponsor. Kai's life-changing bar. It's absolutely delicious. Then we have Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation.
Let's go.
And Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Those are our major sponsors for this broadcast, streaming live on the All City Sports YouTube page.
You know, that made my day because I'm an LA Dodgers fan, brother.
If you've got any kind of comments or questions, feel free to type them up.
Got another steal by Heritage Hall. They got numbers.
Reagan Fowler with left hand off the glass. No good. Rebounded Heritage Hall. Gets it to the teammate, Lucille Sullivan. And we've got loose ball, goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was off.
Yeah, it's off Heritage Hall. So number
Chargers.
4, Bobby White for Douglas. She blocked it, and it deflected out of bounds off Heritage Hall. Douglas has the ball. And they're getting pressed really hard. Got caught in a trap. Get the ball back.
Need to get past that half court, and they do. They were really close to running out of time. They're going to move the ball around, get it to the high post to Bobby White, now to the corner there on Moten, and we've got a foul.
Yep, a little too much body-to-body contact.
Olivia Walker gets called for her first foul of the evening. And right now, the Lady Trojans just need a bucket. They really need to get something going and develop some rhythm, and you need a little bit of success here.
Yeah, get it down low.
Mariana Martin.
Low.
Ball gets
out of bounds
out on the Lady Trojans, and so the Lady Chargers of Heritage Hall will regain possession, and Reagan Fowler's going to bring the ball up the court. Going to move it up here slowly but surely. Throws it over to Annie Walker, top of the key. She's going for 3. No good, and rebounded by number 10, Olivia Walker. Gets it to Reagan Fowler, puts up the 3, bounces around, and goes in. Dylan.
Got the shooter's roll in the corner off the offensive board. That second chance opportunity paid off for them. They get another steal, Heritage Hall.
And there's Reagan Fowler with the right hand off the glass.
She can do it all.
Is good.
She hit the 3 and then finishes again after the steal. They're pressing hard.
Here come the Lady Trojans. They're going to get a good look here. Puts up the jump shot, no good. Kayla Long with the rebound, put back, no good. Rebounded Annie Walker of Heritage Hall. They're going to push the ball, and it all goes through Reagan Fowler for the most part. Gets it in the corner, 3-point shot. It's good. That was number 12, Reagan Kramer.
Don't you love that when those shots start falling? That's 2 corner threes by Heritage Hall back-to-back. They are up 15-0 now.
Starting to heat up a little bit right now, and the Douglas Lady Trojans are just trying to get shots off. Right now they're struggling to get good looks, and they've got to try and figure out how to get through that press defense and not create so many turnovers for themselves.
100%. Just got to settle down.
And they get the ball to Moten. And actually, that Camariana Moten right there has the ball, puts up the shot, no good. Here come the Lady Chargers, pushing it up the court. Kicks it to the wing, down low to Walker, puts up the shot, no good, and it's going to be rebound. Douglas Lady Trojans, they're immediately going to push it up the court, and here we go. Puts up the shot, no good. Off the glass, rebounded Lady Chargers.
You know, I like that, though. She got to the bucket, tried to force some contact, just didn't get a call, but it was a high percentage shot. Unfortunately, didn't fall.
Annie Walker with the jump shot, no good. Rebounded Kayla Long. I really like Kayla Long's physicality down low. I would really look into getting the ball down low to her, or just relying on Mariana Holmes, the sophomore for the Lady Trojans of Douglas. Gets the first bucket of the game for them. They're up. Well, they're actually down 15-2, but 2:44 left in the first quarter. Still a lot of basketball to be played. Gets it down low to Heritage Hall, kicks it out. 3-point shot, it's good. That's number 12, Regan Kramer again.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. They're heating up from that three-point line. That's 3 threes in a row by Heritage Hall. But look at number 1. I think she might be the spark that Douglas Lady Trojans need right now.
I think
she's the one that got
right.
the first bucket. Now she drives down the lane, creates contact. She's going to the line for 2 free throws.
Well, she's creating good looks for herself
100%
at this point, and now she's going to the line. Again, free throws. Especially when you're down in this basketball game, you got to hit them, and she does. At least hits the first one there.
That's a good sign. I already like what Mariana Holmes is bringing to the Douglas Trojans.
Making some changes into the game. We've got number 15, and don't have 15 on our roster, so we'll figure out who that is shortly. But Mariana Holmes shoots her second free throw and makes it.
I like what she's doing already. Might be the 6th man of the game. Who knows?
Here come the Lady Chargers. They're up by 14. Throws down low. Passes too long. Goes out of bounds. Lady Trojan basketball.
So now let's see if they can come up with some points off of that turnover to just cut this deficit a little bit.
Holmes loses control, gets it to Bobby White, who then loses control again, and here come the Heritage Hall Lady Chargers. Puts up the shot, no good. Reagan Fowler again, no good, and they're fighting for a rebound, but the referee
this
calls
isn't a good sign.
An injury whistle here.
And that's number 1, Holmes, that created that spark. Now
it looks like it's an ankle issue.
Yeah, those are not fun. They linger for a long time, especially if it's a high ankle sprain. Hopefully they can tape that up or ice it, because they really need her presence right now on the court.
Yeah.
She's walking off. That's great.
Maybe she'll be able to walk those off, or walk that off shortly, hopefully, because she has made her presence known here offensively for the Lady Trojans of Douglas High School. So we've got a score 18-4, minute 55 left in the first quarter. Kind of all been Heritage Hall Lady Chargers right now. They're moving the ball well and finding the open player.
And you know what's creating a lot of their points is defense.
Right. They're pressing a lot, causing a lot of turnovers,
steal.
and we got one right there. There's Reagan Fowler. Then to Lucille Sullivan, puts up the shot, no good, rebounded. Number 4, Nivea Johnson. And we've got another shot attempt, goes out of bounds. Right?
It was a foul.
Oh, okay. That's
Annie
foul.
Walker, she got the offensive board, went up, got fouled, so she's going to the line for 2 shots. A minute 40 left in this first quarter.
Can get to the 20 mark if she makes both of them. Here's the first shot. It is good. And we've got one other substitution coming into the game. And that's number 0, Tiona Blackwell, who is one of the more talented young Lady Trojans of Douglas here.
They're going to need somebody to step up with Holmes going down
and
really
Blackwell
fast.
may be that player.
For sure.
She's talented, and they go right to her, and she's going to try and push it up the floor. Going right real hard, gets it to Moten, who cuts inside, puts up the left hand. Off the glass, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Heritage Hall gets it. Finds the open player on a fast break. No good on the layup. Rebounded Douglas Lady Trojans. Mariana Moten kicks it to Bobby White. Goes down low to number 15. Puts up the shot. It's good.
What a pass to create that shot down low in the paint. Looks like number 4, Bobby White, is going to be going to the line. I take that back. That's going to be
that's number 15, and we don't have her on our roster, unfortunately.
It was Bobby White who had the assist to create this and one opportunity.
Puts up the shot. It is good.
15 hits it. There we go.
Yeah, so it's 20-7, minute 10 left in the first quarter. Here comes Reagan Fowler, Heritage Hall. She dribbles through the legs, goes left. Really good defense by Blackwell of Douglas. And go down low to Annie Walker. She puts up the shot, wants the foul, but doesn't get it.
No
goes
foul.
Out of bounds, and it's going to be Douglas Lady Trojan basketball, right?
No, it's staying with Heritage Hall.
Okay.
It was out on Douglas, but it was a clean defensive play, no foul involved.
And inbounds pass from the baseline to the wing. Fowler goes left, puts up the left hand, no good, and fighting for the rebound, and it's going to go towards the Douglas Lady Trojans.
That's what they needed. That's 2 defensive stops. Now they got the ball with 48 seconds left.
You got to convert, get some points off of it. Throw down low, loses control. That gets stolen by Heritage Hall. Number 12, Reagan Creamer, kicks it to her teammate off the glass. No good. Another foul called. That is number 4, Nivea Johnson.
Yeah, once Heritage Hall gets the ball, they run and gun and do not stop. They push the pace and try to wear you down over the course of the basketball game. It's going to be number 4, Nivea Johnson at the line for 2. 35 seconds left. Heritage Hall's on top, 20-7.
Here's the first shot. It's no good. Obviously doesn't matter as much when you've got a significant lead, but
and look who just walked back in the basketball game. That is a great sign for Douglas.
Number 1, Mariana Holmes. I'm glad to see her back. I think she's an important piece to this basketball team. And if they want to make a comeback, she can help out tremendously.
Give it
over to Moten and gets it to Mariana. She goes left, and that ankle looks good. She drives to the bucket, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Heritage Hall, but at least they're getting good looks.
Yeah, she got a great look on that drive, just couldn't finish.
Reagan Fowler spinning. Are they going to call an offensive foul? They're going to call a travel on Reagan Fowler.
One too many steps. So Douglas, they got 18 seconds left to try to get a bucket.
And here comes Mariana Holmes, splits the double team, goes left, and now she's driving towards the bucket. Euro step, left-handed, no good. Rebounded Lady Trojans. That was Mariana Moten, and then they get it to 15, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Nivea Johnson. And we may run out of time here, and they finally do. Score is 20-7. The Heritage Hall Lady Chargers with the lead after the first quarter.
That's right.
And we're going to take a real quick break. We will come back. We will let you enjoy the sounds of the Douglas High School Band. And we'll be back for quarter number 2 here momentarily. Welcome back to Tuesday Night Basketball. Quarter number 2 is about to start. The Heritage Hall Lady Chargers have a 20-7 lead over the Douglas Lady Trojans. And the Lady Trojans will start with the basketball. Down 13.
That's not bad. I mean, that's
It's
something you
doable.
can come back from
It's doable,
very quickly.
without question. And, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Douglas head coach, Jay LaRose. I just think she's a phenomenal person, phenomenal coach, and a teacher. And it's, you know, just the way she is helping these young ladies grow as people, I think is pretty impressive. Still got some things to work on here on the court, but they're starting to figure it out. Here's Mariana Holmes with the ball, and she is determined. Puts up the shot, no good, but we do have a foul.
That's what you want.
She's going to the line again.
Yep.
Now, Mariana Holmes has been hitting her free throws.
Sure has. And that's what you want. You want somebody that's going to be aggressive. Put the Heritage Hall defense in a tough spot because they've been creating a lot of turnovers, but when you get down low and make them choose if they're going to foul or let you get the bucket, they foul her, she makes the first free throw.
Gets to 8. Now they're down by 12. You got to start somewhere.
That's right.
You can only take it one possession at a time.
Keep chipping away. A lot of basketball left. We're only in the second quarter.
Here's shot number 2 for sophomore Mariana Holmes. And in and out. And it's going to be rebounded, Lady Chargers. They're going to get it to number 22, Lucille Sullivan, pushing it up the court. And down low to Johnson, kicks it back out to her teammate. And we've got a travel on Heritage Hall. It's going to be Douglas Lady Trojan basketball.
Yes, sir.
They're making some stops. They're getting some looks. They're getting some possessions. It's all about scoring.
Yep.
And converting.
Trending in the right direction.
And cutting the deficit as much as possible. Here comes Holmes. She drives left, kicks it to Bobby White. Bobby White down low to Mariana Moten. And then somehow Kayla Long gets the ball. It puts up the shot. No good, but she's fouled. And
they had some good looks, and that would have been an easy bucket. And that's
she's
why
going
Heritage Hall got there, and they had to hack her and foul her to force them to earn these buckets and not just get an easy bucket. So here we are, Douglas Lady Trojans at the free throw line.
Kayla with the shot, bounces around, no good. And we've got some switching here, not some substitutions, just some switches.
What I like is we didn't really see them getting down low in the paint very much in that first quarter, and that's all they have done so far in the second quarter. So that's a good sign. A lot more aggressiveness from Douglas so far.
And I think, you know, Kayla Long has shown that she has the tenacity that it takes to play down low and get those tough buckets on the block.
Right.
They just need to get her to the basketball. Here comes Heritage Hall. They get it down low to Nivea Johnson, puts up the shot, no good. They're going to call a foul on Bobby White, the senior forward for Douglas. And so Nivea Johnson's going to go to the line for the second time this evening.
Heritage Hall, same thing. Very good at creating contact down low. They've been at the free throw line a lot already. Johnson's about to attempt her first bucket at the free throw.
Here's the shot, no good. Bounces around. You think, what is going on? I've seen so many shots that get really close to going in, but then pop out at the last second. I want to thank everybody tuning in to the All City Sports YouTube page and watching this game live.
Hits the second. 21-8. Heritage Hall on top, and they're pressing hard.
And
but
Holmes gets through the double team again, and now it gets stolen by number 1. That's Joanna Bell. Gets it to Reagan Fowler off the glass, no good, and she takes a hard foul. She's going to go to the line, but
don't you love the sportsmanship right there?
Mariana Holmes showing good sportsmanship by helping her opponent up. That's exactly right. And I think you're right, Dylan. I mean, to compete that hard and then have that kind of understanding or respect for each other, I think is pretty cool.
That's what sports are all about.
You bet.
You want to compete, but you want to have great sportsmanship at the same time. If you can find that happy medium, you're going to go really far in life and in sports.
So Parker Cassell, head coach of the Heritage Hall Lady Chargers, is going to speak to his team. And Coach Jay LaRose is going to speak to her team as well while Reagan Fowler shoots her free throws.
I think they might have called a flagrant. Is that what's going on? Because it was a pretty tough foul.
I wouldn't constitute that as a flagrant foul.
I don't know either. I wouldn't
but
either.
It looks that way.
I think that's what the call is.
We'll find out if they get the ball here, right?
And I think they're getting the ball. Yeah, it's going under the baseline for Heritage Hall, so it was a flagrant.
Wow. Okay, I mean, I disagree with that call, but that's okay.
Come a long way since the bad boy Pistons of Detroit.
That's right. Oh, Holmes almost stole that basketball right there on the baseline. Couldn't get complete control of it. Goes out of bounds. Heritage Hall is going to retain possession here.
The way Holmes is playing, you would never thought that she was down with an ankle injury. She's tough.
No. And Lucille Sullivan kicks it out. Long jump shot by Reagan Fowler. No good. Fighting for the rebound. And they're going to say it's
Heritage Hall is going to retain possession.
Off Camariana Moten.
Yep. See what kind of inbounds play they can cook up here.
Gets it to the wing. Moves it to the top of the key. Now goes right behind the back. I mean, Fowler's handles are pretty impressive. Oh, a little give and go right back to Fowler. Puts up the shot, no good. And we've got an over-the-back call on Nivea Johnson, right?
Yep, it's going to be.
No, they're going to say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
yes, over the back.
I was going to say.
There's no way that was not
Sometime
an over-the-back.
I'm so used to reacting very quickly.
Gotcha.
And sometimes we overreact too quickly, and it doesn't work out. Oh, wow. Stolen. Holmes gets it down low to Heritage Hall. They put up the shot, no good. And we've got a foul call. That's number 10, Olivia Walker. He's going to the free throw line. Didn't catch who made the foul, but somebody did.
Yeah, it looks like sometimes these numbers are blocked by the long hair and you just can't see them all that well. But I think it was Bobby White with the foul for the Lady Trojans.
And Mariana Holmes, one of the reasons she lost control there on that, I think, is she tried to go. She's playing hurt right now. She tried to go left and right and put too much pressure on that ankle.
No doubt. And there were also four defenders around her.
Well, that's true.
My goodness.
That's true. 25-8, the Heritage Hall Lady Chargers with the lead. And here's Mariana Holmes. She's just struggling to move the way she wants to with the basketball.
So Heritage
I think that ankle is she's, give her credit. She's playing as hard as she can right now.
No doubt. That's
trying to help her team win, but she's in pain. It's hard to play that way.
It is. It is. I like her effort for just coming back out on the court. So Heritage Hall, that's 2 back-to-back turnovers and getting fouled down low. They're at the free throw line once again, and
Fowler
missed
puts
the first.
Up. Nope. No good. Got a second one coming here. And, Mariana Holmes is still in the game. She's still giving it a go here, and you got to respect that. All right, Bobby White going to inbounds the ball to Holmes. She's basically getting triple teamed here.
Yeah.
Gets through and finally gets it stolen. Now they've got a fast break and an easy bucket by Fowler, who missed it. And she'll get another try and puts that one up, and that one works.
Wow.
So now Heritage Hall is up 28-6 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Another steal by the Lady Chargers. And they get it to Bell. She puts up the shot, is fouled. And that foul's going to be on number 4, Bobby White.
I'll tell you what, that Heritage Hall Lady Chargers defense is lethal, especially that full court press. They are all over you. They swarm to that basketball, create turnovers. Once again, going to the free throw line for 2 shots. 28-8. Heritage Hall's on top.
Joanna Bell makes it. Has one more coming. I think Douglas is just, honestly, I think they're thinking too much, and it's not enough reacting. They're trying to get through that onslaught of defense.
They need to help Holmes out. She's kind of doing it all by herself.
Right. And gets it to Moten, and now she gets trapped there and gets it stolen. And now they get it to Annie Walker with the long jump shot. It's good. Long, short, far away, close up. She's going to make a high percentage of her shot attempts.
Yep. Annie Walker hits the mid-range money ball. I love those old school mid-range shots. The lost art of basketball, as my dad would say.
Exactly.
The mid-range.
No, I totally agree. Again, want to thank our sponsors for this broadcast. I want to thank everybody tuning in the All City Sports YouTube page. We're streaming the game live here on that platform. Sponsors for this game are Langston University, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. And, of course, Super Prep OK on Instagram. I really do encourage you to give them a follow if you want to stay in the know with everything high school sports.
It's so cool because we didn't have resources like that when you and I played in high school.
You're right. Otherwise,
you gotta pull out the old newspaper
I wouldn't
article.
be here right now, though. I'd be an influencer. I would be an influencer on YouTube.
The Elk King.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
You know, I'd have done something. But I became a sportscaster, so that's fine.
Hey, I'm happy. I got to meet you, brother. It's always a pleasure.
I enjoy what I do. And Kayla Long's going to the line. Got another free throw attempt. Need to make up the difference here. Puts up the shot. It's good. They get to the 9 mark. Have an opportunity to get to 10. Turnovers have been an issue for Douglas. And give credit to Heritage Hall Lady Chargers. Their defense has been pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
But they've limited the Lady Trojans some opportunities, and they're forcing them to take tough shots.
Absolutely.
Misses the second one. Now we've got a kind of a tangle up there at the bottom of under the goal, and possession arrow is going to Heritage Hall.
That's right.
Nivea Johnson with the inbounds pass to Reagan Fowler. And Tiona Blackwell is coming out to defend her. Cuts off a screen, puts up the shot, no good, no foul. Here's
Great
Blackwell now.
Douglas.
She pushes the ball up the court. Kind of a 2-on-1 here. Blackwell's going to put the shot up and good off the glass.
That's what they need. More of that. Get down low. Put the pressure on them. Push the pace, just like Heritage Hall does. Push it back right at them. Make them get gassed out on defense.
Got to create some turnovers here for the Lady Trojans, and gets it to Annie Walker, back to Nivea Johnson. That's a travel.
Yeah, that was a clear travel.
And they called it, so that's another turnover that was forced by the Douglas Lady Trojans. So now they've got to take advantage of it.
That's
they've
right.
got to score and earn those points back. You've got a deficit to make up here. And Mariana Holmes gets it to Blackwell. Long three. No good. Kayla Long with the rebound. Put back. It's good.
That's what they need. Tough bucket. Get the offensive board. Doing the dirty work down low. Reward your team with a bucket. Now it's 13-32. Douglas got a little spark here late in the second quarter.
And you can only take it one possession at a time. Tried to get it down low to Annie Walker. It's still recovered by Heritage Hall. Kicks it out to Bell. 3-point attempt. No good. Rebounded Douglas Lady Trojans. Gets it to Mariana Holmes. She pushes it up the floor. She's at the top of the key. Euro steps. Gets caught up in traffic, and they're going to call a jump ball.
Wow. Great
now
defensive presence and awareness.
Possession arrow is going towards Douglas.
Yep.
So they'll retain possession, have an inbounds pass. Kayla Long will do that. Throws it way over the top to Mariana Moten. Shoots a 3-point shot off the glass. Rebound of Kayla Long. And we've got a foul.
Love it. Love it. Kayla Long giving her team all her effort and energy down low with another offensive board. She's going to the free throw line. Got an opportunity to get that 15 mark. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left till halftime.
And that's what it's about, is opportunities. Puts up the shot, it's good. So now Douglas Lady Trojans starting to find some rhythm. Getting a little bit of momentum here.
That's right.
Here's shot number 2. They've been doing a really good job getting the ball down lower, closer to the basket, taking those high percentage shots.
Absolutely.
And that's why they're making it. Oh, a nice save by Moten, but throws it into the wrong player. Ooh, throws it to Reagan Fowler. Now cross court to number 12, Reagan Creamer for 3, no good, and that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Douglas Lady Trojan basketball.
Another stop, another opportunity.
They continue the momentum, keep taking it advantage, chip away.
I'm shocked
at
Heritage
that deficit.
Hall is not pressing like they were before. They're letting them come over the half-court line.
Gets it down low to Kayla Long off the fingers. And it's rebounded and stolen, if you will, by Annie Walker, number 45 of Heritage Hall. We've got a timeout here or a foul?
No, they fouled her. They tried to, rip the ball out of her hands. A little too much contact on the arm. Looks like she's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, they are in the bonus. So Annie Walker will shoot some free throws here. No substitutions that I know. Well, Jayla Rose might be making some substitution. She's certainly thinking about it. Here's the free throw attempt. First shot. Going through their routine, their dribbling routine. Puts up the shot, no good.
Misses it, but it's a 2-point. It's a 2-shot foul.
Reagan
so
Creamer wanted to get.
She wanted to go back up with that offensive board. She was ready.
Here's the second shot. And she makes it. So the score is 33-14. Heritage Hall with the lead. Douglas Lady Trojans throwing it and gets stolen by Creamer. Puts up left hand. It's good.
Finishes with the left. Creamer, what a tough play by her. Gets the steal, finishes, and Holmes gets the ball, gets fouled.
Holmes is like, when she gets the basketball, she is
she's got a head of steam. Yeah, she's coming down.
Forward, you better get out of the way, and I hope you can take a charge.
That's right.
Because that's about the only way you're going to stop this young lady. And, of course, she gets fouled. She's going to the free throw line. Here we go. First shot, no good. Rebounded. Heritage Hall. Here's Reagan Fowler pushing it up court. Finds Bell down on the block, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Reagan Fowler, and we've got a travel here. So that's going to be Douglas Lady Trojan basketball. And we may have a timeout here. And I think a referee was saying, hey, I needed to deal with that real quick. So
they got some substitutions that they didn't let come in.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was assuming. So number 22, Lucille Sullivan's back in the game. Number 10, Olivia Walker's in the game. Reagan Fowler's still in the game, and Navia Johnson's still in the game. Here's Mariana Holmes getting past half court and loose basketball. And Tiana Blackwell, I think, was the one who was trying to chase it down.
Yep.
Doesn't get it recovered, goes out of bounds off of the Douglas Lady Trojans. It's Heritage Hall basketball. Down low, here's the shot. Missed, rebounded Douglas. Rare miss at that close range.
She had a great look, just didn't fall for her.
Here's Holmes trying to go right. Now she's going left, now right again. Off a screen, and they're going to call her for travel.
Yeah, started taking steps before she picked up that dribble on the Euro. She loves that Euro step. We just got a little too excited on that one. Heritage Hall pushes the ball. Give and go. Floater right in the middle of the paint. It's good for Heritage Hall. They're on top 37-14.
Tiona Blackwell with the basketball at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Three-point attempt by Moten. No good. Fighting for the rebound. It's Heritage Hall. They're going to get the basketball to Fowler. She pushes it up court. Gets it to the block. Now tries to make one extra pass too many. It's stolen. Here's Camariana Moten with the basketball. 1-on-3 at that point. She's still got the ball at the wing. We've got a three-point shot. No good. And it's going to be rebounded, Heritage Hall. Here come the Lady Chargers. Pushing it up court. Fowler going left. Going to reset. Gets it to the high post. Here's a shot attempt. It's good. Number 20, Lauren Wilson.
That's what
the sophomore, first bucket of the game.
Stepped into it just like it was a normal free throw shot. Got a steal by Heritage Hall again.
Totally telegraphed the pass. Here's Fowler.
2.
Gets it down low. Another bucket.
What a pass by Fowler. Oh
really good ball movement right now by Heritage Hall. And Douglas has got to slow it down. Don't telegraph your passes. It's like you're staring down who you're going to throw it to, and then you throw it to, and it's the defenders read it like a book.
Yep.
Here's Blackwell with the shot, no good. Rebounded Heritage Hall. Scores 41-14. About a minute left in the second quarter before halftime. Here's Reagan Fowler with the skills.
My gosh.
Puts up the shot, no good. She will be fouled in the process.
She's a very talented player. She can hit you with the no-look pass. She can hit you with the behind the back, the step back.
She's got really good dribbling skills.
Yes. Elite handles for sure.
I mean,
she does
through
wear
the legs,
my main
behind the
man,
back.
Kobe Bryant's number, the
Yeah,
2-4.
that's true. You think that plays a part?
A little bit.
Yeah, it may. It may. Here's the first free throw, no good. I don't know if Kobe ever missed many free throws, though.
He made free throws with his Achilles ruptured. My goodness.
That was a tough moment. Certainly a painful moment.
Can't even imagine.
57.2 seconds left in the second quarter. Stay tuned for our halftime. Sponsored by Langston University. Here's the shot, no good. Rebounded number 15 of Douglas. They're going to push the ball up the court. Now they're running out of time here. Here's Blackwell. Going right, kicks it behind to Moten. Three-point shot attempt, no good. Rebound of Blackwell is trying to get the shot off. Well, trying to get it to her teammate down low on the block. Zamari Wright is in the game. She's trying to dive for the loose ball, and somehow, some way, Heritage Hall comes up with it.
Yeah, they were all over her.
They get it past half court, and we've got a three-point shot, and no good, and rebounded Camariana Moten. She pushes it up the court, goes left. Now she's at the top of the key. She's going to back up and get it to her teammate, Tiona Blackwell. Blackwell's in the wing, throws it to the high post to Carrie Long, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Heritage Hall. Gets it to Wilson. Wilson throws it out of bounds, tried to find Reagan Fowler in the corner.
Wanted to give it to the playmaker to get this last shot. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds. Douglas, they're going to have to just pass it in and chunk it for that 1 second shot.
Throws it
Shoot
in.
it.
And didn't get the shot off at time. So the score is 41-14. Heritage Hall Lady Chargers are the more dominant team in the first half. We will see what happens in the second half. I think we'll get a solid effort by both teams. We're going to take a short break here. You can enjoy the sounds of the Douglas High School Band, and a very well-respected, award-winning high school band, one of the best in the state of Oklahoma. We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about what we saw in the first half and what to expect in the second half, and then immediately following this game we'll have the boys game between Heritage Hall and Douglas. We're live here from Douglas Gymnasium here in the heart of Oklahoma City on the campus of the Douglas Trojans, and we appreciate everybody tuning in to the All City Sports YouTube stream. We will be back shortly. Stay with us.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live. Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live. Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Welcome back to Tuesday Night Basketball. We've just enjoyed a very good first half of basketball here at the girls' game between the Heritage Hall Lady Chargers and the Douglas Lady Trojans. Scores 41-14. About to get this third quarter underway. I'm Jay Swick, Dylan Tribble to my right.
Yes, sir.
Dylan, what does Douglas have to do to cut the deficit a little bit in this second half?
I'm going to say the first thing I can think of off the top of the head is they got to beat that press defense.
Yeah.
And if they can beat that, get past the press, get the ball over half court and settle down, run some offensive plays, get some open looks, some high percentage shots, that may give them the opportunity to come back in this basketball game.
Mariana Holmes is in the game for the Douglas Lady Trojans, as well as number 3, Kamariana Moten. And you've got Tiona Blackwell, number 24, Kalia Long. And I believe that's number 20, Amari Ratliff over there. So Heritage Hall starts out with possession, moving the basketball. Here's a three-point attempt by them, no good. Rebounded, Reagan Fowler puts the shot up, no good. And Douglas rebounded it, but then got it stolen, and it's back to Reagan Fowler, and she goes up for a shot and gets fouled in the process, and that's going to be Ratliff on the foul.
Yep, and that's a good start for Heritage Hall in this second half.
Well, the Douglas defense is setting the tone here in the second half. Say if you're going to
good thing is
score,
for Douglas,
you're going to have to earn it here.
It's a foul on the floor, no shots.
Right. Inbounds pass here by number 12, I think that's Reagan Creamer in the game. Gets it to Fowler, back to Creamer. Creamer goes left, kicks it out. Three-point attempt by Olivia Walker, no good. Rebounded Kalia Long. And it's stolen by Reagan Fowler out of nowhere. Drives baseline, up under the basket, no good. Kalia Long with the rebound.
Great defense by Long as well. Her presence right there made it difficult for Fowler, and that's why it was a missed shot.
Mariana Holmes takes it, gives it to Bobby White, goes left hand off the glass, no good. Rebound at Heritage Hall. Number 22, Lucille Sullivan, brings it up the court, gets it to Reagan Fowler, who goes right. Gives it to her teammate, Olivia Walker, and then goes to Creamer. Creamer with the jump shot. Off the glass, no good. And rebounded Heritage Hall. Puts the second shot up, no good. Rebounded Heritage Hall, and Annie Walker gets the putback and gets fouled in the process. She's going to the line.
She has an opportunity for the old and one three-point play. Annie Walker, she's that presence down low that makes it difficult. She does all the dirty work. Like we mentioned on the other side, that's Long for Douglas.
That's right.
For Heritage Hall, it's Annie Walker.
Here's the first shot. It's good. Heritage Hall increases their lead 44-14 with just under 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. We've got a lot of second half basketball. Here's Moten with a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound at Heritage Hall. Reagan Fowler immediately pushes it up the court, gets it to Annie Walker with the left.
What a pass by Fowler. Oh, my gosh.
That was beautiful ball movement.
It was. Poetry in motion, my friend.
Mariana Holmes, who is dealing with a painful ankle, but she's playing through it. Very tough competitor. Gets it to Moten. Drives baseline. Tries to get it to Long and doesn't get the shot. In fact, it gets stolen, and another great ball movement here by Heritage Hall. Here's Reagan Fowler, kicks it out to Walker for the three, no good. Rebounded Kalia Long. Mariana Holmes with the basketball. Gets it across half court. Thinking about going right.
I think that ankle got tight on her because she's not being nearly as aggressive as she was in the first half.
Long puts up the shot, it's blocked. She gets it back, and now she's having to fight through the double team. It goes out of bounds. I think Douglas is going to retain possession of the basketball here.
Yep, out of bounds on 22, Sullivan for Heritage Hall.
And Bobby White comes out of the game, and number 15 comes in.
Inbounds play, open shooter.
And here's Douglas with the basketball. Back to Holmes at the top of the key. Back to Moten. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebounded, number 22, Lucille Sullivan. Immediately get it to Reagan Fowler. She's the point guard for this team. Everything kind of goes through her, and she gets the bucket.
It sure does. And when you have her one-on-one in open court, it's going to be tough to stop her.
And here is Tiana Blackwell moving some basketball here. Another three-point shot by Moten. Rebound at 15 to Douglas. Puts up the shot. It's good. Gets fouled in the process. She's going to the line.
That is a great and one for Douglas. Right there,
needed.
Right spot at the right time. Number 15, we don't have her on the roster, unfortunately, but that's the second and one play she's had in this game. She had one in the first. Let's see if she can finish it. Hit this free throw.
Shot number one. Off the glass, no good.
A little too strong. Heritage Hall is pushing it. Gets it back to Fowler. She's driving to the left.
Fowler's kind of losing control here, but now she's got it again. And now I could tell that was about to happen. Lost control and got called for the travel there. Wasn't concentrating enough on fighting through that defense. Here's Mariana Holmes, who's just a sophomore for this Douglas Lady Trojan basketball team.
She has a promising future. There's no doubt about that.
Three-point
she pulls up from tray ball.
No good. And, we've got a – I thought they were going to call a foul on Lucille Sullivan with a push, but that wasn't the case. It was out of bounds on Douglas. And long pass, stolen.
Great D by
Blackwell.
Long.
2-on-2. She's going left hand. Gets fouled in the process. She's going to the line.
Indeed she is, because that was a tough foul. Fowler came in there hot. Did not want to give up the easy bucket. So now Douglas is going to have to earn it at the free throw line.
And
Two-shot opportunity.
Take advantage of any free throw attempts that they might get at this point in the game. They've got a significant deficit that they've got to make up, but I am impressed with their tenacity and their will to play really hard. They have a tremendous amount of effort, and that's just something that they learn from head coach Jay LaRose. They may not win every game, but boy, they play hard every game.
The effort is there, and you have to love that as a head basketball coach.
Here come the Lady Chargers, pushing it up the court slowly, gets right across half court. And Sullivan, I felt like, yeah, that was, well, I thought it was a travel. They're going to say, was that a illegal screen?
I think it was a foul away from the ball because Sullivan didn't really get touched, but there was some contact down low going on. Not sure who exactly got fouled, but there was definitely something going on away from the basketball.
And the officials are discussing, having a little chat amongst themselves. 4 minutes, 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Heritage Hall's up 48-17. Again, big shout out to our sponsors for everything that they do for us. We wouldn't be able to stream this game live on the All City Sports YouTube page without the help of our sponsors. Langston University, Super Prep OK on Instagram, Kai's a life-changing bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company.
So Swick, there was a tech somewhere. I didn't see it. I don't know if it's on the coach. I don't know if he said something to get a tech.
I don't think it was malicious either.
No, I didn't see anything malicious. So there was a tech somewhere that we missed.
Holmes is going to shoot the free throws, makes the first one.
That might be what gets her going in this second
we
half.
May
just
have
to see the ball.
I thought there was an illegal screen down here. Maybe somebody threw a shoulder into somebody.
Could have been a body check.
You know.
Who knows?
Frustration sometimes set in, but, I mean, they called it on Heritage Hall. They've got a significant lead. There's no reason to act too aggressive.
I agree with that. Not sure. The referee saw something we did not.
And now Kalea Long is going to come in and shoot some free throws here.
Wow. I would
sure
really
why.
like to know what occurred.
Here's the first shot. Got it.
Hey, Douglas will take any free throws they can get.
That's right.
And they've hit them so far.
Here's the.
Got it. They hit all 4 free throws they got on that tech. I guess it was a double tech.
Interesting move here.
That's
all
right.
So we've got a score
and they
40,
get the ball.
48-19, 4:39 left in the third quarter. Douglas Trojan basketball. Here come the Lady Trojans. Mariana Holmes goes left. Oh, gets it stolen by Reagan, and now it's stolen back by Moten. Back to Holmes. Holmes goes right to Blackwell. Tries to get it to Kalea Long at the high post. Loses control, goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's Douglas Lady Trojan basketball.
Yep.
They're
Heritage
just
Hall
trying to fight through this defense and take a high percentage shot.
It's a tough task because Heritage Hall jumps the passing lanes. They pressure you.
Here's Blackwell, goes right, gets it to Holmes. Holmes is going right. She takes it to the bucket and puts up the shot, no good.
That was a great job by Annie Walker, just getting her hand on the ball, no contact on the arm, so it's a jump ball.
Yeah,
Douglas
no foul.
Retains possession.
Oh, Blackwell loses control. Mariana Moten, I think, was diving for the basketball, or that may have been somebody else. No, that's not Moten. That's number 15. Wish we had that young lady's name. She's a talented athlete. She's made some plays tonight.
100%. Look at Fowler showing off those handles. My goodness.
Left, right, crossover, boom. And then Annie Walker with the shot attempt. She gets fouled the process. This will be her, 100th time to the free throw line at this point.
Yep. She knows what she's good at, and she sticks to it and dominates.
And does a great job of drawing in contact and getting to the free throw line. But she'll also get the shot off every time.
100%.
So she does make a lot of and one plays where she'll get the bucket and draw the foul and get to the free throw.
And on that first free throw, she got the old school shooter's roll.
That's right.
Hit the rim a few times and rolled in.
1 point away from getting that 50 mark here. Fiona Blackwell signaling something to her teammates. Here's the second shot. And no good. Rebounded 15 to Douglas. Gets it to Moten, who throws cross court to Blackwell. Goes left. She's thinking about making a play. Goes right, kicks it to her teammate. Back to Camariana. Back to Blackwell. Blackwell to Holmes. Holmes goes right, thought she was going to put up the shot, but kicked it to her teammate, and that's a shot attempt, and they're going to say a foul, I believe on Nivea Johnson there for Heritage Hall.
If that's a shooting foul,
I think it is.
It might have been a three-point shot, or if it
was
wasn't,
awful close.
Her foot was on the line.
Yeah.
So she's going to have at least 2, possibly 3 free throws right here.
Yeah, it's awful close. I'm leaning towards 3. I mean, unless you were really paying attention to where her foot is, and maybe the referees were, or we certainly weren't. Misses the first free throw. Got a second one. I think you're right. I think the referee signaled there's 1 shot left.
Okay.
Puts up the second free throw. It's good. So that was – her foot was on the line. Good eyes,
sure
Dylan.
Was.
Good eyes.
My vision's not getting too bad yet.
Here's Fowler. Behind the back, through the legs, goes left. Kicks it to Annie. Annie with the left hand off the glass, no good. Fighting for rebounds here. Kicks it back to number 10, Olivia Walker. Throws across court to Annie Walker. Goes right, puts up the shot, bounces around, drops. It's good. That gets him to the 51 mark.
Beautiful job by Annie Walker, finding her spot, getting the defender in the air on the pump fake. Mid-range
Mariana Holmes puts up the shot, no good. Didn't get a foul. Full court throw to Reagan Fowler, and she gets the bucket.
Finishes with the left on the fast break. Fowler, she can do it all, folks.
Heritage Hall Lady Chargers up 33. Their score's 53-20 with about 2:35 left in the third quarter. Mariana Holmes is slowing things up.
Trying to get a play going on here. Get some movement on the
offensive side.
offensive
To her teammate Blackwell, now back to Holmes, now back to Blackwell. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded Heritage Hall.
She had a great look, though. That was a good shot.
And, of course, they get it to Reagan Fowler. She loses control. It's stolen. Now it's stolen back by Nivea Johnson, who puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Moten, and there's fighting for the loose ball. They're going to call a jump ball here. And I believe a possession arrow is pointing towards Douglas.
It's going to be Heritage Hall's ball.
Oh, you're right. I'm still in first half mode. My apologies.
Happens, brother. I get it.
All right, so they're going to inbound the pass. Ooh, right there on the block. What a beautiful play.
Post up by Annie Walker. Great position.
Yeah, she
easy
got
bucket.
There. Here comes Mariana Holmes. Brings it up court. Gets past half court. Overlooking the defense. They're trying to get through that zone defense that Heritage Hall. Here's Blackwell. Puts up the shot. No good. Had a good look. She seems frustrated, though.
She is, because she's had a few good looks. Just didn't quite fall. Heritage Hall back on that fast break. Great passing.
Yeah. Moving the basketball really, really well and finding the open player.
That's right. Backdoor cut was wide open.
And we've got a timeout by head coach Jay LaRose, head coach of the Douglas Lady Trojans, and she wants to talk to her team. We will certainly see what happens. Again, the score is 57-20 with 1:30. And shout out to everybody watching the game live via the All City Sports YouTube stream. We stream basketball games about every Tuesday at least, and many times throughout the week. So make sure you keep it locked to CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. Day in, day out. We will keep you in the loop on what game we'll be broadcasting, where we will be, and how you can watch it.
Yep,
we have a lot of viewers.
It's about time for basketball season to really start ramping up and heating up.
Well, things always get serious after Christmas, going into the new year. That's when the level of competition skyrockets, and
intensity also skyrockets with that level of competition.
You're trying to get a good seed in the playoffs, and for many, you're trying to get into the playoffs. So here's a three-point shot. It's good. Mariana Moten, the sophomore guard for Douglas, hits the three-point shot.
That's the lefty from the wing hitting that tray ball for Douglas.
Tiana Blackwell
and they
with
got
the
a steal.
And trying to regain control. She finally got it, and we're going to see a jump ball. I think that's going to be Douglas, right?
Yes, yes.
That's right.
What an effort.
Needed that. That's tough, competitive play by that young lady, Tiona Blackwell, the senior guard for the Douglas Lady Trojans.
Still battling.
Minute
No
2
quit.
left. And they're going to throw it over the top, and it is stolen by Johanna Bell, and thought it was going to go out of bounds, but she regained possession. Gets it to Creamer. Now over to Sullivan, puts up the shot, no good. Annie Walker with the rebound, and it's stolen.
Another steal by Blackwell for Douglas.
She's making some plays. Now she's trying to figure out how to attack the basket, puts it up, no good off the glass. And it's rebounded by Heritage Hall, brings it up the court. Gets it to Nivea Johnson on the block, off the glass, it's good.
Great ball movement once again by Heritage Hall. Creamer finds her open teammate, cutting to the bucket. That was number 4, Johnson.
Here's Mariana Holmes, and she's going left and right, and she's going to get called for the offensive foul.
Yep.
What
Johnson
a charge.
was there. Feet were set. Offensive foul every single time.
So the referees are relaying that information to the scorekeeper, and Heritage Hall is going to take over possession here. Throw in to Johanna Bell, the sophomore guard for Heritage Hall. She goes right, stops, fakes left, goes right. Now she's just dribbling. Gets it to Nivea Johnson down low on the block to 15, puts up the shot. It's good. That's Tatum Lentz, the freshman for Heritage Hall, making her presence known.
Found her on the backdoor cut, and she finishes with the bucket. Look at Holmes pulling up from deep, and she almost hit it.
And that's going to bring it into the third quarter. Now a score 61-23. The Heritage Hall Lady Chargers with the lead over the Lady Trojans of Douglas High School. And we're going to take a real quick commercial break. And we'll be back with the fourth quarter of the girls' game here tonight on Tuesday Night Basketball, live from Douglas High School Gymnasium. And then soon to follow the girls' game, we've got the boys' game.
Indeed we do.
And
Indeed we do.
You talk about competitive basketball. We're seeing it, first of all, we're seeing it here on the girls' game, but it's about to get a little bit more aggressive.
Yep, more and more
with the
people are
second
filing
half,
in
yeah.
for this boys' game that's coming up right after this fourth quarter.
That's right. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter of the girls' game here on Tuesday. And we're back, fourth quarter underway here in the girls' game. Heritage Hall with the basketball, and they get called for a travel. Quick turnover, it'll be Lady Trojan basketball there. Now, significant difference in the scoreboard, there's no question about it. Heritage Hall has the lead, 61-23. But Douglas is playing really hard, and they will learn from the mistakes that they've made in this game. I can promise you that.
A lot of things they can build off from this game.
Here's Moten, puts up the shot, misses, but she gets fouled in the process. She's going to the line. Mariana Moten is the sophomore guard for Douglas.
That's a good sign. She's shown a lot of promise tonight.
And she's really athletic.
Yeah, she can shoot too. She hit that tray ball from the wing, and once they get her aggressive and going to the rim, she knows how to finish well.
Left-handed shot. Makes it. Cuts the deficit by 1 point. Has another one here. Can they get to the 25 mark? Takes a deep breath. Goes through her free throw routine. Puts up the shot, and no good. Rebound of Heritage Hall. They're going to bring it up the court. And that gets blocked. Kamariana Moten.
Yep, she's playing tough still.
Trying to get the steal there, but Heritage Hall is going to retain possession. Throws in. Tiona Blackwell, the senior, still playing hard. Look at her. Getting after it. Almost getting the steal there. Oh, and it's stolen by Bobby White.
We got a steal.
Bobby kicks it to Holmes. Holmes off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts up a second time, no good. And it gets rebounded, and they get it to her third time. Gets the ball up, no good. Holmes is frustrated right now, and I think a large part is the ankle issue.
Oh, of course.
She's not 100%, but God bless her. She's given it all she's got. Heritage Hall with the shot. Bobby White with the rebound. Pushing it up court, looking for the open play teammate. And that goes out of bounds. That's going to be Heritage Hall basketball. No?
Is it really?
No?
I thought that was out on Tatum Lentz.
I don't know why he was pointing
Okay.
towards Heritage Hall, but it is going to remain Douglas basketball. Gets it down low to Bobby White off the glass. Shot no good. Rebounded. Heritage Hall, they're going to push the ball up court. And they've got number 33 down there off the block, and the dribble puts up the shot. It's good. That's Janelle Johnson, the freshman for Heritage Hall.
That is her first bucket of the night, Janelle Johnson.
Mariana gets it to Tiona. Thought about taking the three, goes left, takes the long two, and it sinks.
That was nice. That was nice. Pump fake, find your spot, pull up, knock down the shot.
5:42 left in the fourth quarter. Douglas is down quite a bit, but you got to give them credit. They don't give up, and they're going to take it one possession at a time and fight like hell to get some points. Heritage Hall gets some points right there, and that was Lauren Wilson. Here comes Holmes. Brings it up half court, throws to Moten. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded Bell. Heritage Hall, she immediately brings it up the court. She's going coast to coast, puts up the shot. I think they're going to call a foul on Tiona Blackwell.
Yes, they are.
But that's not a shooting foul, is it? Was that a shooting foul? I felt like she fouled her a split second before she took the shot attempt. But
it's such a bang call. Sometimes it's tough.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, that's going to be Bell going to the free throw line. She showed a major burst of speed on that attempt at the bucket.
First free throw's no good. You can start to feel the energy pick up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a little bit different now. A lot more people. Sounds like the cheerleaders are getting louder. And here pretty soon we'll hear that Douglas band start firing up and getting everybody a little bit more intensified in this gymnasium.
This free throw by Heritage Hall goes out of bounds. They're going to retain possession here. And Janelle Johnson's going to inbound the pass. Looking for a teammate, number 15, Tatum Lentz. Back to Johnson. Johnson's passing to her teammate, number 11, Ashley Latch. And here's a shot attempt, and Kalea Long is fighting for the rebound, and they're going to say jump ball. And in that case, the possession arrow points towards the Lady Chargers.
Indeed it does. So now a lot of these young players for Heritage Hall are getting some varsity in-game experience.
Right.
This is good for them, not only for this year, but in years to come.
Well, in their development as basketball players.
100%.
Iron sharpens iron. There's no question about it. Here comes Ariana Holmes. Spins left, kicks it to Moten. 3-point shot, no good. And a fight for the rebound and goes off the leg of Kalea Long. That was just bad luck.
Yep. She was giving all the effort she could to try to attempt to get that steal, and then the ball bounces off of her leg. Look, Douglas is trying to press Heritage Hall a little bit, create some turnovers.
Absolutely, and almost got it there.
Almost.
Moten almost got the steal. And now Johnson has the ball, almost stolen by Kalea Long. Long's D'ing up on her right there. Holmes is guarding Johnson. Johnson goes left, puts up the shot, no good. And a fight for the rebound. They're going to say it's Douglas Lady Trojan basketball.
Yep, that was off of the foot of one of those Heritage Hall Lady Chargers. Douglas down a little bit. 3 minutes, 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this ladies basketball game.
Here's Mariana Holmes at the top of the key. Throws to her teammate, back to Holmes. Now goes right to Moten. 3-point shot. Oh, in and out. Offensive rebound. No, it's rebounded by Heritage Hall. Now they push it up the court. And stolen by Tiana Blackwell. Now she's going coast to coast.
She
has
fast.
an open layup there, and it's good. What a play by that young lady and that senior leader for the Douglas basketball team.
They need more of that. I think she's going to play a really huge role in their success.
We may have a
down the
nosebleed
stretch
here.
Of the season. Oh, yeah, you got to get that cleaned up.
Yeah, I think
Nosebleeds are not fun.
So we've got the trainer immediately tending to her. I think that was Ratliff. All right, Heritage Hall with the basketball. And we've got a travel. Number 15, Tatum Lentz.
Great defense
Gets
by
called.
Holmes. She's still going as hard as she can go, even with that injured ankle. That tells a lot about her character.
Yeah, Mariana
She's really young.
Holmes is
Only a sophomore.
playing as hard as she can here under the circumstances. Isn't quite as explosive as we've seen her in the past. Puts up the shot, rebounded by Heritage Hall. Here's Lentz. Lentz gets it down low to her teammate, puts up the shot, no good, gets her own rebound, puts it up again and gets the bucket. That was Lauren Wilson. She's gotten several points this evening.
Yep. Heritage Hall just does a great job at ball movement to create easy
Long
shots.
three by Holmes. Misses, rebounded by Heritage Hall. Wasn't mad about that look. She almost made it, Dylan.
It was a good look. Confident pull-up three. Looked good, just didn't fall, unfortunately.
And almost stolen by number 15 of the Lady Trojans. And Heritage Hall puts up the ball, and we'll see who touched it last. They're going to say it was Heritage Hall, so that means it's Douglas Lady Trojan basketball.
Under 2 minutes now left in this basketball game.
Quick little substitution. Tatum Lentz has gone out of the game, and Reagan Fowler's back in the game. Right?
That's a little
No,
shocking.
that's Finley Ram.
I was going to say, I don't.
Here's a shot by Douglas, no good, and somehow is rebounded by Mariana Moten. Gets it to her teammate, Tiona Blackwell. She puts up the shot, no good. Fighting for a rebound. Heritage Hall comes up with it. Gets it to Finley Ram. Kicks it down low, and Mariana Moten almost gets the steal out of bounds.
Yep. I think her with Moten and Holmes only being sophomores, I think they can build something around those two players for these Douglas Lady Trojans.
And they get the inbounds pass really close to the basket and misses both shots. There's an offensive rebound in there too. Douglas comes up with it. Here's a coast-to-coast shot and misses. Another putback by Douglas, no good. Heritage Hall gets it. Now Finley Ram trying to get it to go out, stop it from going out of bounds, fails. It's going to be Douglas basketball with 40 seconds left in the game. Stay tuned for the boys game immediately following.
Starting to heat up, Coach.
That will be a very, very aggressive and competitive basketball game, and I encourage everybody to tune in for that. Tell your friends about the All City Sports YouTube page and hit subscribe. That way you'll never miss out on a broadcast that we do. And want to go over our sponsors here again shortly. Moten with the shot, no good. Goes out of bounds. I think Douglas is going to retain possession here. 12 seconds left. Lady Trojans not going to win tonight, but you give them an A for an effort, right?
Oh, 100%. They're really young.
Yeah.
A lot of their best players for Douglas are only sophomores.
Yeah, that's true. That's going to be the end of the game. Final score, 67-28. Heritage Hall Lady Chargers with the victory over the Lady Trojans of Douglas. Stay with us. We've got the boys game coming up next, and I think there's a lot of people that are going to be excited to see how this plays out. Obviously, Douglas is extremely talented when it comes to the boys basketball team. They have playmakers everywhere. but Heritage Hall is also a very good team. They play well together, and we talk about ball movement with the girls team. We see it the same way on the boys. So stay with us. Boy game will be starting here very shortly. Appreciate you tuning into the All City Sports YouTube page. We'll be back for tip-off here in under 10 minutes. Welcome back to Tuesday night basketball. We're about to get the boys' game tipped off here this evening. We're live from the Douglas Trojan High School Gymnasium. Now, one of the really good things about this game is there are athletes everywhere.
Yes,
Everywhere.
yes, and yes.
No question about it. And I'm very interested to see what happens. I mean, first of all, the Douglas Trojans have a lot of talent. They're a very talented basketball team. And, I mean, you could go across the board to Jace Breath. You could talk about Terry McMorris. Devon Scott is a junior that's really talented at shooting the three-point shot. James Greenhoward is somebody that's going to give you ultimate effort 100% of the time. Jaden Williams is one of the more talented sophomores here in the state of Oklahoma. He's number 3. Landry Ballard Jr., I think you have to give a lot of credit to as well. He's kind of all go all the time. So Heritage Hall is really going to have to keep up with this athleticism and stay focused on defense.
Disciplined defense is a must for Heritage Hall.
Heritage Hall moves the basketball really well. But this game today, I don't know if Heritage Hall quite plays as many games against a very talented team like Douglas. We'll see. We'll see. I do give them a lot of credit. They do a really good job. Both teams are good. We're in for a competitive matchup tonight.
No doubt about it. And people got to remember, Heritage Hall is without their best player. He's out injured. Sebastian Perry. He's a huge difference maker when he's on the court. Unfortunately, he's not playing at the moment. One of the guys I like that we covered last year in football and basketball, you covered him this year in football, the big senior, Ori Walker.
Right.
The kid is just an all-around stud athlete. I see him playing a huge role tonight for Heritage Hall.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, obviously Heritage Hall won the state championship in football this year, and
he was a big part of that.
He was, and it's taken a second for those those football players that played late into the season to make that transition onto the hardwood and get refocused on basketball and get more acclimated to the pace of the game, the style of play. It's a different sport.
And find your touch.
Right.
It takes a little bit for you to get in your groove and find your touch on your shot.
But you mentioned Sebastian Perry. He's got scholarship offers from Division I schools.
TU, correct?
Left and right, and he has not made a decision yet.
He's got time.
But I do believe we'll be the first to know. And I spoke to him before the game. He said, man, I'm taking it day by day. You can only heal as fast as your body will let you. And he's getting treatment. He's doing the things you got to do to take care of your body. And he's young, so young people heal a little bit faster, especially when you're athletic like Sebastian Perry is. So he's making progress. It's not at the pace that he would want it to.
Right.
But I do think we'll probably see him at some point this season. This is his senior year. He doesn't want to let his teammates down, and he's just doing the best he can. So he would certainly add to that Heritage Hall basketball team. I can promise you that, and make them a little bit better. And Lord knows they could use him tonight, but they're going to work with what they got, and they've got a very strong opponent in the Douglas Trojans. And I've talked with their head coach before, Steven Alexander, who is somebody I really respect. He's one of the better coaches in the state of Oklahoma, and his practices are known to be extremely hard, and it prepares them for games. So when you get to the games, it's almost, it's a little bit easier than those practices sometimes.
Right.
And he's also talked about having, a college basketball type atmosphere during practices as well. And you will see a lot of these basketball players for both teams play at the next level.
100%. There's a lot of talent out
I'm
here
excited
tonight.
to see how this game plays out. And one of the things that I've noticed in this, not just this year, but in years past, in the beginning of the basketball game, your adrenaline's pumping. You've got all this energy. You're anxious. You want to get this game started. You want to set the tone.
Yep.
So you will see a lot of movement, a lot of activity. You may see a couple turnovers that happen because they're going too fast.
Uncharacteristic turnovers.
Right, right, and it's out of mood. It's out of effort, and you want to be the more dominant team on the floor.
Yep.
And outwill your opponent. And so it'll be interesting to see. There are 2 6'6" players for Douglas.
We saw them at the old Paycom Center. They
That's
put
right.
on a show.
And they beat the Lancaster Tigers on the same floor as the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Huge win for Douglas.
Lancaster, if they were located in Oklahoma, they'd be a 6A school.
That's right. It's a big school.
Obviously, Douglas is 4A in the state of Oklahoma. I'm not sure what they would be in the state of Texas, but the fact that Douglas got that victory should say a lot about their basketball team. They're very talented. And they're going to be ready to play this evening. Jace Breath will get the start at number 23. He's one of those 6'6" players. And you've got Terry McMorris, the transfer from Del City that has fit in like a glove.
Oh, yeah, he looks great.
On this basketball team, and has really adopted, or let me not say adopted, but adapted to their style of basketball, and it fits his game. He fits in well. Look for Corey Holman, another really tall. He's another 6'6" player. Typically comes off the bench, but they rebound really well.
They do. They do.
So
turnovers
are going to be an issue. Whoever makes less of them, and I know that sounds kind of cliche, but whoever makes the less mistakes will have a better chance of winning at this game tonight. We'll see how it plays out. They're about to announce the starting lineups. I appreciate everybody tuning into the All City Sports YouTube page. We are streaming this game live, and we are very excited about it.
Yeah, I can't wait. You can feel the energy right now in this Douglas gymnasium. People are just ready to erupt after like a big dunk and alley-oop. Who knows what's going to happen? Only time will tell.
And we will see very soon, Dylan.
That we will, my friend.
We will see very, very soon. I'm excited to watch this game play out. I think it's going to be a competitive one.
You know what we used to do to opposing teams when they would come to our gym in high school? We all pull up the old newspapers and ignore it.
I don't know if they allow that anymore.
Interesting.
Well,
times have changed.
I'll tell you what. We did that as well way back in my day, and they had to stop it because I think we had too many participants, and it became just downright disrespectful.
It's part of the game.
Yeah. Number 1, Cole Corley will start for Heritage Hall. Number 11, Rashad Smith. Number 4, Ori Walker. And number 3, Kyle McLaughlin. That's your starting lineup for the Heritage Hall Chargers. Starting for the Douglas Trojans, number 3, Jaden Williams, number 11, Devon Scott, and number 22, Landry Ballard Jr., and number 23, Jace Brett, and Terry McMorris, number 24. That's your starting lineup for the Douglas Trojans. And you can feel the energy in the arena. And I say the arena in the gym here. It feels like the arena.
It does. This is a great atmosphere that they have here at Douglas High School in Oklahoma City.
And if you're a basketball fan, I encourage you to come check out a game sometime. You will be impressed. Not only because you'll see some really good basketball teams compete, but you said it, the energy in the room, the atmosphere, the environment. This is great competitive energy here tonight at Douglas Gymnasium. I'm glad to be broadcasting this game. I'm Jay Swick. That's Dylan Tribble. Our sponsors for this broadcast are Langston University, Super Prep OK on Instagram, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Here we go with the tip-off. Terry McMorris and number 3, Kyle McLaughlin, will go through the jump ball situation here to start the game. And again, it's going to be a hard fight. It's going to be off Jaden Williams for Douglas. So Heritage Hall is going to have the first possession of the basketball game. Kyle McLaughlin gets it past half court. Now he goes left, kicks it out to his teammate, now to the corner. Ori Walker gets it to Rashad Smith. Rashad's going to get it to Kyle. Kyle's going to call for a screen, comes off of it. Really D'd up by Landry Ballard. And that goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's off the hand of Landry Ballard. It's going to remain Heritage Hall basketball. And here is the inbound pass to Rashad Smith. He falls. There's diving for a loose basketball. I think it's going to be Douglas ball, and it is. Trojan basketball. Still no score early on first quarter. Throws it into Landry Ballard, who gets up court quickly. Chase Brett. Devon Scott back to Jaden Williams. Now to Landry Ballard there on the wing. He goes right, kicks it to his teammate, Devon Scott. They're going to call a foul on Heritage Hall. Is that Cole Corley?
Yeah, it sure was. That's just kind of a little tease on how physical this basketball game is going to be tonight.
And Chase Brett going to throw in the inbounds pass from the side. Gets it to Landry Ballard off a screen to Terry McMorris. Kicks it to Devon Scott, back to Ballard. He thought about it. Goes right off a screen from McMorris. Gets it to Terry. And here's McMorris with the jump shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded Ori Walker. Oh, that's Kyle McLaughlin. My apologies. He's going to bring it up court. Goes left, loses control. And Terry McMorris with the steal. He's Euro steps.
Oh, my goodness. Terry McMorris with
bucket.
the Euro and the dunk to finish it.
Douglas Trojans draw first blood. They're up 2-0, 6:50 left.
And Douglas is going to full court press. They're going to make Heritage Hall really earn it to get past half court. Heritage Hall gets past half court. That's going to be number 11, Rashad Smith with the ball. Passes to the wing.
And let's see, Rashad Smith there. He's double teamed, trying to get it to his teammate. Finds it, but blocked, and then put back. Kyle McLaughlin. That's great teamwork, Dylan.
Right place at the right time. Kyle McLaughlin with the putback. 2-2, tied up early in this ball game.
Jaden Williams gets it down to the baseline on the corner to Jace Brett, who throws it cross court. Long three by Landry Ballard, no good. Rebounded number 44, Cooper Cookson.
That's just a little heat check for Landry Ballard. He wants to see where he's at to start this basketball game.
Jaden Williams is D'd up on Kyle McLaughlin all over the place. And they're going to reset their offense, Heritage Hall is. And number 4, Ori Walker, gets it to Rashad Smith. Trying to fight through that defense, puts up the shot, no good, rebounded. Terry McMorris gets it to Jace Brett. He's trying to go baseline, good defense by Heritage Hall. Now they're going to restart. Devon Scott to Jaden Williams on the other side. Gets it back to Devon Scott, deep three, No good. Rebound of McLaughlin of Heritage Hall. Gets it cross court to Rashad Smith. Rashad goes baseline. Now he's going to start over and almost gets it pickpocketed. Goes out of bounds off the hand of Landry Ballard.
Yeah, Landry Ballard. He's a really good defender for Douglas. Really fast, high energy. Ori Walker with the three.
No good. Rebound of Landry Ballard. Dribbles behind his back, goes left, gets it across half court. As Jace Breath thought about it. Deep, long two off the rim, no good. Rebounded Ori Walker. And he's going to bring it up court, go right. Now he's going to slow it down. Overlooking the defense, gets it to his teammate Rashad Smith. Rashad goes left. He drives baselines, jump shot, no good. Rebounded Jace Breath.
They're going to push it.
Terry McMorris. Now Devon getting good looks, not falling. Terry McMorris with the putback, no good.
Jace Breath gets it.
Now they're fighting for a loose ball.
I think we got a jump ball, and that indeed we do. Douglas retains possession.
This is what we talk about when we talk about physicality and tough, hard-nosed basketball. A lot of competitive basketball players out on the court right now, and the will to win is high for both teams.
Yeah, it's 2-2, but there's a lot of action that has took place so far.
How many times have they been up the court? And it's
lot.
Only a 2-2 ball game. So really good defense being applied by both teams. Inbounds pass. Douglas trying to find the open man. Finds Devon Scott. Takes the free throw, jump shot, and they're going to say he traveled, no bucket.
When he tried to plant, his foot slipped out from underneath him. Really unfortunate on the travel because he hit the bucket. We're still tied at 2.
Devon Scott rocking those bright green shoes.
It's the LaMelo balls.
Here's Kyle McLaughlin. Now they're trying to fight through the press here. Douglas applies the full court press pretty well. Here's Ori Walker with a wide open jump shot, no good off the rim. Rebounded Landry Ballard. They're going to call a foul on Ori Walker.
That might have been a little bit of a frustration foul by Ori Walker. He missed the jumper. He wanted it. Foul. And Landry Ballard's going to push it up the court, pass it to his man in the corner. Short.
Here comes Corley. Gets it to Rashad Smith. Kicks it to Ori Walker. Throws cross court to McLaughlin. Long three by McLaughlin, no good. And a fight for the rebound. Ori Walker comes up with it. Underhanded putback, no good. And Cooper Cookson is fighting for the basketball. What's the call here, Dylan?
Douglas is going to get the ball. They are going to get it. I think Cooper Cookson took one too many steps when he fell. It's going to be a travel. Douglas gets it. And we're still tied at 2 somehow, some way.
Cooper Cookson comes out of the game, and number 0, Thad Butler, is in the game. So here comes the Douglas Trojans. Tie ball game 2-2. Landry Ballard Jr. throws to Devon Scott, back to Ballard. Ballard goes right, throws to Jaden Williams. Throws it in the corner. Davin Scott puts up the shot. They're going to say no. No.
I think it was a foul away from the ball, down low.
On the floor?
Yes, on Ori Walker down low. He's battling in the paint. So it's going to be.
And that's what you're going to have to do if you want to compete with Jace Breath and Terry McMorris, who are two of the better basketball players in the state of Oklahoma.
That's right.
And coaches are coaching, man. I love it. Both coaches, Dylan Sullivan and
Terry
Alexander.
McMorris. He gets it on the baseline, inbound play, finishes up and under the bucket. 4-2 Douglas.
Douglas takes the 2-point lead. Here is Heritage Hall trying to find some room in that defense. And here's a shot by Kyle McLaughlin, no good. Rebounded Rashad Smith. Kicks it out to Thad Butler with a 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded Devon Scott. Throws a long pass, completed to Landry Ballard, but now they're fighting for the ball.
That was a dangerous pass into traffic. Ballard's just so athletic. He goes up and gets it, but a Heritage Hall defender's right there to put their hands on it. Jump ball, possession arrow goes to Heritage Hall.
Here's Cole Corley with the inbounds pass to his teammate Rashad Smith. Rashad overlooking the defense. Gets it to Corley. Corley to Cookson. Cookson to Smith. Smith takes the shot. I thought he was second guessing. It misses. Douglas Trojans get it. Down low to Terry McMorris off the glass. Easy putback.
Yep. Smart play by McMorris. He's down there. He has the man beat. He jump stops. The defender flies right by him. Easy money for Mr. McMorris.
And you can see head coach Stephen Alexander having a conversation with Terry McMorris. And they start off with the lead, 6-2.
Yep, and all 3 buckets have been by McMorris. He's their guy so far early in this basketball game.
You got to keep deferring to the hot hand.
Yep.
And the Douglas Trojan basketball team play well with each other. They sense, okay, right now Terry's got the hot hand, let's go to him. Eventually he's going to cool down, or eventually Heritage Hall starts to double or triple team, and then they're going to have to pick somebody else. But right now it's Terry McMorris.
That's right. And on the other end, Heritage Hall, they got to find a guy to get them sparked a little bit. Only down 4 points, no big deal. But they just kind of lack offense early on in this game. Just no shots falling. And Douglas is going to hit them with that full court press, try to get a steal.
And they've been pretty sensational when playing defense. And just like that, almost got the turnover there.
So close. Heritage Hall caught a little break right there. Retained the possession.
Cole Corley with the inbounds pass. Trying to get it to Rashad Smith, and does. Now he's got to get past half court. Does that. Goes to Corley. Corley needing some help now. Needing some help. Kicks it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin goes right. Passes to Smith. Smith's going to drive the bucket, put up the shot. No good, but gets fouled in the process.
They're going to make them earn every single one of these buckets.
That was on Devon Scott, number 11 for Douglas. And you've got number 11 for Heritage Hall at the free throw line. Rashad Smith.
The sticks.
First shot, no good.
Free throws, my friend.
I know.
We've talked about it previously.
They're very, very important. And it's a little bit tougher than what people get credit for, especially in an environment like this.
Yeah.
When all eyes are on you. Here's the second free throw. And misses that one, and they're fighting for the rebound, and Rashad Smith gets it back. He may go again. Under and over, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Heritage Hall, but gets it stolen by Douglas. Here's Landry Ballard, 2-on-1. Euro step off the glass, it's good.
Landry cooked on that one, the Euro to the right, and finishes, and they're back to that full court press.
They're tough, and Cole Corley, my apologies, loses it. Now his teammate Rashad Smith with the basketball goes out of bounds. Heritage Hall going to retain possession here. And Corey Hallman's in the game. He's in for Devon Scott, who committed the foul a little bit earlier. So right now Douglas has 3 6'6" players on the court.
Yeah, Holman's a big body down there in that paint.
And
we got a steal by McMorris.
Gets it to Jalen, but they're going to say travel by Terry McMorris. I think that was the right call.
Yeah, he got caught up in some traffic. Nowhere to go with the ball. Travel. Heritage Hall gets it.
And now Jaden Williams has to run all the way back down this score. He thought he was going to get a bucket there.
Good thing he's young and in shape.
Gets it to McLaughlin, one of their better players for the Chargers. Takes a deep three. Misses. Rebounded Jace Brett. He's telling his teammates, get up court. Let's go. Let's go. Kicks it to Williams. Williams goes right. Right hand. Gets fouled in the process. Shot's no good. He'll go to the line.
Didn't settle for that contested three. Drives the lane, gets fouled. He's going to the line for 2 shots.
Jaden Williams just impresses me. First of all, he's a bright young man. He's got a great basketball IQ. I feel like I've seen him play a ton of basketball. He's only a sophomore. Makes his first one.
Very talented young player.
He's one of those athletes, but by the time he's done with his high school career, he's going to have some places to go.
Yep.
And play basketball at the next level. There's no question about it. He's a young, talented player.
He's getting to learn from some good upperclassmen here at Douglas.
Misses his second free throw. Not sure what the whistle was for. The score's
lane violation.
Score's 9-2 here, so he'll get an extra free throw shot here. A chance to correct that second miss there. Can they get to 10? Yes, they can.
Indeed, they can.
Douglas up 10-2 with 1:26 left in the first quarter. Out comes Jaden Williams. In comes number 12, Andreas Morales. Still rolling with the full court press.
Yep, I don't know if they're going to let up.
And it's making life difficult for Heritage Hall, although they are moving the basketball there. Ori Walker with it. He thought about going left, cuts off a screen. Now he goes right, off the glass, no good, rebounded. Now it's stolen by Kyle McLaughlin, and he's on the block. And a foul on the floor.
Yep, he got fouled on the floor, no shot. Take it out from the baseline. 1 minute and 4 seconds left in this first quarter. Douglas on top, 10-2.
And we've got an inbound pass, trying to get it to a man open. You're going to run out of time. Throws over the top to Corley. Back to McLaughlin, who's going to reset. Landry Ballard is defending him. Gets it to Ori Walker on the wing. Back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin spins left, goes right, puts up the jump shot, bounces in and out. Now they're fighting for the rebound, and Terry McMorris, one of the 6'6" players, gets it back. Now he passes to Landry Ballard on the wing. Now he's going right. I thought he was going to pull up there. Throws to Jace Breath. He says, come on, give me a screen. Now he's telling him to back up. So
they might hold it for this last shot.
That's true. Yeah, there is 26 seconds left, and they really don't want to give any opportunities to Heritage Hall if they don't have to. Landry Ballard. Now he's getting beat up by Rashad Smith, who's a really good athlete. They're going to call a reach-in foul on Rashad there.
Yep. But they're not in the bonus, so it's going to be inbounds.
You got to pressure him any way you can. Devon Scott's going to come in for Morales.
So now the question is, who gets this last shot? They got so many talented guys to choose from.
I think Devon Scott is
He's a knockdown shooter.
He is a very talented deep three shooter. We could see that. 10 seconds left. Landry Ballard could easily take it as well.
No doubt.
He's going left. Now he goes right. Kicks it to Jace Breath for three. Got it.
Bang from the corner. The senior, Jace Breath, finishes that first quarter with a bang from three.
And Douglas head coach Steven Alexander, he likes it. They're up 11, 13-2 at the end of the first quarter. Want to thank our sponsors for this broadcast, and shout out to everybody watching this game live. We are streaming on the All City Sports YouTube page. I encourage people to subscribe. That way you'll never miss out on a high school basketball broadcast that we have each and every week, multiple times a week. And tonight's a special matchup, so we're excited to be here. I'm Jay Swick, that's Dylan Tribble. Our sponsors for this game is Langston University, Super Prep OK on Instagram, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. We will select our Super Prep OK on Instagram player of the game immediately following the final. And we'll see if Heritage Hall can cut this deficit. They've been trying to get through the full court press that Douglas is applying.
Yeah, Douglas does not make it easy for anybody to try to score points on them. And now they get to start the second quarter with the ball.
Well, can you apply a full court press for 4 quarters? If you can and do it effectively, you're going to be a really good team.
Why not?
Green Howard, alley-oop, Terry McMorris. Nice play by the Douglas Trojans.
Look at McMorris just elevating, catching the lob over the defender. Douglas is up now, 15-2.
That was great chemistry. I mean, Green Howard comes in the game and immediately throws an oop to his teammate. And here's Kyle McLaughlin with the bucket. They needed that.
Definitely needed that tough bucket by McLaughlin. And he was contested. Tough finish.
Devon Scott on the wing. He wants a screen. He goes left, puts up the floater, and it's good.
Float game is strong with Scott, my friend.
Here's Rashad Smith, and he passes it to his teammate. He wasn't looking. Greenhoward has the ball, goes left, off the glass, it's good.
What a finish in traffic by Greenhoward. They're starting to really feel it now. Applying that full court press, getting steals, and running and gunning.
Early in the second quarter, and I don't know why they have it listed as the first quarter on the scoreboard, but that's not the case. It's second quarter. Ori Walker goes left, finds a lane, kicks it to Cookson, back out to Smith. Smith with the floater. His float game is strong.
Indeed it is. He says, I can do that too, Scott.
Here's Greenhoward, almost gets it stolen, and in fact he might. Well, actually now Heritage Hall gets it stolen, so Douglas ends up with the basketball again. James Greenhoward, who can play multiple positions for this basketball team.
He sure can.
Setting the offense, Terry McMorris gives it back to Greenhoward, and we've got a foul on the floor here.
Looks like it.
And that may be Cooper Cookson right there.
Yep, I
Cooper
think they're going to
Cookson
give him
has,
some rest because he's got at least 2, if not 3
Right,
fouls.
and he's going to get subbed out of the game. He's got several scholarships himself for football.
He's a stud. I remember that kid.
All right, Greenhoward's going to throw the inbound pass. They have several different plays that they draw up. They're very creative. Gets it to Devon Scott, deep 3. We've seen this before. No good, though. Ori Walker throws it in, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Douglas basketball.
Man, I love Ori Walker. That kid hustles.
He
nonstop.
plays really, really hard, and he's also a tremendous football player as well as a basketball player. Throws into Terry McMorris. Greenhoward's going to reset the offense. Now he's calling out. Gets it to Terry McMorris, who's obviously dangerous. He's going to take a 3-point attempt, and it's good.
He said, don't leave me open. I will hit this every time. Pull up, bang.
I'm surprised they did. I'm surprised they did. Now here's Rashad Smith. He's going to drive baseline, kick to McLaughlin. Here's the shot, no good. Another foul on the floor. It's not chippy. It's aggressive.
Yes.
It's physical.
Yes.
I don't think there's any malice anywhere on the floor. We haven't seen anybody boil over from frustration. It's just a very competitive, highly aggressive basketball game. So we're seeing quite a few fouls early on, and if Heritage Hall doesn't get on a run here pretty soon, I imagine they will be more and more frustrated as the game goes on.
You don't want to get too deep.
It's all Douglas right now. Kyle McLaughlin in and out. Rebounded Ori Walker. He's trying to get some room to put up a shot, and he travels in the process. So that's a turnover.
It sure is. They had defenders all around him. Made it difficult. He started to panic a little bit. Got happy feet. Douglas is going to get the basketball. Here's Landry Ballard.
He's going to move it up court. Landry Ballard's going to slow it down. They still haven't noticed. There we go. They finally got the quarter correct on the scoreboard. Here's Landry Ballard. Free throw jump shot. No good. Rebound Kyle McLaughlin. They're going to push it up court. Rashad Smith with the lane. He under the basket. Here we go. That's a bucket.
I don't know how he made that because he was contested by 2 of those big guys from Douglas. Up and under the bucket. Tough bucket.
Here's Jace Breath back to Landry Ballard. He's going to reset the offense. Directing traffic. We're going to see a timeout here, and Steven Alexander is coaching up his team. Having a chat with Jace Breath. He didn't like,
it's
actually,
a turnover.
that wasn't a timeout at all. It was a turnover.
Yep.
Didn't realize that.
See if Heritage Hall can go on a little run here. They got a spark from that last finish by Smith.
And they've got a deficit that they got to make up here. McLaughlin, I thought he was going to take the 3. Kicks it to Rashad Smith. He goes left. He's trying to find some help. Ori Walker's got it at the high post. He goes right. Now he goes left. Left hand off the glass. It's good. Oh, and he says he's small.
He did not disrespect him like that.
Oh, no.
You're a bold man, Ori Walker.
I don't know.
But I like the confidence.
I mean, I do too, but you're down 12 points. You're down 12 points. So there's a time and place for everything. I think you need to read the room here. All right, Jason Breath. He goes left, spins, jump shot. No good. Rebound of Rashad. Now we've got a 3-on-3 here. Rashad puts up the long jumper. No good. And rebounded by,
Douglas had it.
That's number 4, Deshaun Ransom.
Yep, McLaughlin fouled him. On the floor, Douglas is going to take it out.
And in comes number 10, Kingston Lemons. And James Greenhoward is going to get subbed out. One thing about Douglas basketball is they are deep. They have a lot of depth.
Very deep.
And they have a lot of skill position. They have several players that would start for other teams.
I agree.
They come off the bench for them. So they're very dangerous, very athletic, very talented.
I think their depth is really going to help them going into these next few months, especially on that run to the big house.
Ransom's going to take the free throw. No good. Rebounded Ori Walker. And now we see Douglas let up the full court press here.
Sure did.
I think Heritage Hall is like taking a breather.
I know.
Now they're going to run their half-court offense, and we've got a foul call here.
Foul down low, away from the ball again. It's getting physical down there in that paint.
It is.
It always does.
Very much so. So Douglas is going to retain possession. They're going to take out, or Heritage Hall is going to take out Thad Butler. Kyle McLaughlin's in the game. We'll run out of time. Need to find somebody. Rashad Smith, Kyle McLaughlin. 3:45 left in the second quarter. It goes out of bounds. And Heritage Hall is going to retain possession here. 22-10, Douglas with the 12-point lead.
That's right. That is right.
Here's Ori Walker. He's going to go right there on the wing. Now he's going left. Hits Kyle McLaughlin, who's moving around. Kicks it back to Ori Walker. Spins. Back to his teammate, Kyle McLaughlin. Goes out of bounds off to Vaughn Scott. Heritage Hall is going to retain possession.
Douglas, that stifling defense. Always putting their hands in the passing lanes. And unfortunately, is out of bounds on them that time. Heritage Hall is going to pass it in. McLaughlin gets it.
Rashad Smith, he goes left, and he's losing control, but gets it to Ori Walker for 3. No good. Rebounded to Vaughn Scott, who finds Landry Ballard. It's 1-on-1. Him and McLaughlin puts up the shot. No good. And they're fighting for the rebound, and Heritage Hall gets it. Here comes McLaughlin. Gets across half court. Thought he was going to attack the rim there. Throws way over on the other side to Corley. Puts up the jump shot. No good. Rebounded Landry Ballard. Heritage Hall's not making these shots, Dylan. They're
not.
Getting some open looks right now, and they don't get much more open than that. Here's a shot by Lemons. Kingston Lemons, the sophomore guard for Douglas. 3-point make.
He said, give me that three-piece from the corner. I'll take it.
Here we go. Heritage Hall going to retain the basketball. It was off of Douglas Trojan. Douglas has a 25-10 lead.
You know what that last bucket was for Douglas? It's called depth, my friend.
That's right. That's right. When you have your 6th, 7th, 8th guy off the bench all hitting shots, it makes you a very dangerous team.
It does.
There's no let up. There's no drop off when you get some substitution and give your key players some breathing time to catch their breath.
And that man pulled up confident from the corner. No hesitation.
No question about it. Douglas up 15 points. They're up 25-10, 2:43 in the second quarter. Stay tuned for our halftime show. We'll recap everything that has occurred in the first half, and we'll speculate, try to predict, and figure out what's going to happen next in the second half.
Hey, your DJ's playing some good tracks over there, Swig.
Yeah, big shout out to Music Man, who's been one of the best DJs here in the state of Oklahoma for a long time. I don't know if there's a competitive DJ competition here around the Oklahoma. If there is, we need to be broadcasting it. But also, if there is, DJ Music Man will probably be the best out there. He's one of the good ones. And his son is Roy Henderson, who plays for Midwest City.
Really?
Who's a very talented basketball player.
Okay, I'm going to have to look that kid up.
Absolutely.
You know, Coach Alexander from Douglas, he's a Midwest City guy.
I did not know that.
Yep.
And now he's a Douglas guy.
Indeed.
Here's Ori Walker. Thought he was going to pull up, gets it to Rashad Smith. He pulls up, no good. Rebounded Jaden Williams. He's going to immediately get up and get after it, push it down the court. down the baseline, kicks it to Devon Scott, puts up the jump shot, and it's good. And one. He
The
gets fouled.
floater, he goes up, elevates for the floater, gets hit on the wrist, and the shot still goes down. Scott at the line for the and one opportunity.
Now they're up 17, and they could make it 18 if Devon Scott can hit the free throw.
Those LaMelo Ball shoes are loud, aren't they?
They're pretty vibrant.
That's that Nickelodeon slime
I
edition.
was gonna say that's a pretty neon green there.
He gets the old school three-point play.
And Douglas going to go back to the full court press here, making it difficult. Here's Ori Rocker trying to get it across half court. Landry Ballard's all over him.
Yeah, they're not going to make it easy on Ori after he hit him with that too small.
Rashad to Corley. Corley to Walker. Walker through the legs, back to Rashad. Back to Walker. Walker thought about pulling up. Gets it to Corley, back to Walker. He's down low, turn around, jumper, no good.
That defense is everywhere.
Well, he
all
really
over
didn't get
him.
the shot off. I thought he was
No.
going to turn it on. And they tried to make the pass down low, goes out of bounds. Nobody touches it. It's Douglas basketball.
Goodness gracious, that last defensive possession by Douglas was so impressive. Just suffocating, nowhere to go at all. They couldn't even get a shot off.
Jaden Williams inbounds a pass to Landry Ballard. Minute 45 until halftime. Douglas with an 18-point lead, 28-10. Ballard directing traffic, kicks it to Scott. Scott, deep three, here we go, no good. Rebounded to Ori Walker. Walker holding on, needs some help, finds it in Thad Butler. Butler goes left. Throws it out of bounds.
Good play by McMorris. He barely got a finger on it, and then Ori tries to recover, and it's out of bounds on Heritage Hall. Douglas gets it. A minute 23 left in the first half.
Kingston Lemons with the inbounds pass. Remember, he hit that big three a little while ago. Comes in the game and makes an immediate impact. Jaden Williams back to Ballard. Ballard's directing traffic. Says, Lemons, come over here. Let me give you the basketball. Get the high post down low to Terry McMorris. He's trying to find a shot off the glass. It's good.
Too big, too strong. That is Terry McMorris.
Hard to defend that. Minute left in the second quarter. McLaughlin loses it, but gets it to Ori Walker in the process. Turnaround, reverse, no good. Gets fouled the process. He will go to the line.
I think if they want to come back in this game, it's going to have to be through Ori Walker, in my opinion, and number 11, Rashad Smith.
Well,
those guys do a great job at getting to the rim and creating their own shot.
I think you're right. I mean, you're definitely not wrong. I think it's important to get Kyle McLaughlin going.
Him too.
He just hasn't been able to develop any rhythm, and I think there's a defensive focus by Douglas to make it tough on him.
Yeah.
You know, and they've done a good job against Kyle McLaughlin, but if he could get going, he had an offensive rebound there, goes out of bounds, it's off him. So Douglas basketball. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Douglas is up 30-11. Here's Landry Ballard. He's trying to get through that full court press held by, and here's Lemons off the glass. It falls.
Is it an and one? Did he get it? He did. Count the bucket. He's going to the free throw line.
Austin Lemons making some plays.
Wow. Hits the three in the corner, and now he hits this and one.
And it's really difficult for some of these players. They have to get acclimated to the pace of the game before they really start making plays. Lemons is like, no, I'm ready. Give me the ball. I'm going to make something happen. And he's doing that right now.
Knocked down the free throw as well.
33-11, 40 seconds in the second quarter. We're not far away from halftime. Rashad Smith gets it back to Ori Walker. He's going to bring it up the court. And he goes left. Now he goes right. Now slows it back to Corley. Corley needs some help. Hands it off to Smith. Gets it down low to Walker. Turnaround hook shot. Good.
The old school hook by Ori Walker. That was nice.
That was pretty. 20-point lead by Douglas. And they're going to probably hang on for the last shot. There is 10 seconds left. Jaden Williams with the basketball. Steven Alexander's directing traffic over there from the sideline. Goes left. Throws to Scott. Scott, three-point shot, no good. He doesn't miss very many times.
He's mad because he had a great look. Just didn't fall. Nonetheless, they got the lead, 33-13. Douglas is on top of Heritage Hall.
It's halftime. We're going to take a brief timeout here, and we'll come back. We'll try and figure out what we're going to see in the second half. I appreciate everybody tuning in to the Tuesday night basketball streaming broadcast on the All City Sports YouTube page. We will be back shortly for the second half of basketball between the Heritage Hall Chargers and the mighty Douglas Trojans.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live. Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live. Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Welcome back to the second half of the boys basketball game. This is Tuesday Night Basketball, streaming live on the All City Sports YouTube page. We've got a heck of a basketball game here tonight. The Douglas Trojans are up 20 points, 33-13 over the Heritage Hall Chargers. It's been all Douglas in the first half. There has been some really good plays made by Heritage Hall, but it just seems to me that Douglas is the better basketball team, at least in the first half. Things could change. What's Heritage Hall got to do to get back in this game, Dylan?
They have to put Douglas's defense down low in tough situations. You can't settle for the 3 ball. Get down there, put them in tough spots, make them work, make them move. And I mean, I know it's like a broken record from the girls' game, but you got to beat the full court press.
You're right.
They've had a hard time doing that because Douglas is so long, athletic, and fast on defense, and they apply pressure nonstop. So it's gonna be a tough road for Heritage Hall if they want to get back. I'm not saying it's impossible because it's not, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, and it's easier said than done.
For sure.
When you do get the basketball back and you make a stop, you've got to score. You've got to make up 20 points here. So it's important to not only create turnovers but score off those turnovers.
No doubt.
Going in the second half. So we'll see how this plays out. Obviously, Douglas is one of the best teams in the state of Oklahoma. I think they're the best team in Class 4A this year.
I would agree.
And coaching staff.
Oh, this is taking me back. This came out when I was in high school. Wipe me down.
Were you a big dancer in high school, Dylan?
Negative Ghost Rider.
I'm kind of surprised to hear that.
Only pregame football. That's about it. In the locker room with my boys.
Very good. Well, that's the difference between you and me then, because I cut a rug pretty well.
I believe it.
I'm one of the best, actually.
You are the Elk King.
That's true.
What else is there to say?
All right, Douglas going to play defense here. Ori Walker's going to throw the ball in and get it to Kyle McLaughlin, who really wasn't much of a threat in the first half, and that's just not like him. He's one of the better players on this team, but I think that's more of a credit to Douglas. They've put a focus on trying to stop him and make it tough for him to score points. Rashad Smith has the basketball. He's double teaming the corner, loses his dribble, somehow gets it to Ori Walker, kicks it out to Corley, back to Rashad Smith. And Jaden Williams, who's all over him, the sophomore for the Trojans, just making it really tough for Rashad Smith. Throws to McLaughlin. McLaughlin goes left. Now he's just moving the basketball. They're trying to find an open
And there's
player.
no openings right now. It's wild. Douglas's defense is that good.
Rashad Smith with the 3, no good. Rebounded Terry McMorris, the 6'6" forward for the Douglas Trojans. Gets it to Landry Ballard. He's going to reset his offense here, go right a little bit. Hits Jace Breath at the high post. Hands it off to Jaden Williams for 3, no good. Rebounded Heritage Hall. Here comes Rashad Smith. If they want to make up the deficit, the time is now. Create the turnover. Got it done. Now you got to score points.
Yep. And they had Ori Walker. They just missed him. He was open under the bucket, shoots the tray, off to the left.
No good. Rebounded McMorris. Throws to Ballard. Ballard to the right. He's thinking about driving to the bucket. Puts up the floater. It goes in.
He is talented. He's so smooth with his movements. He made it look effortless on that side-to-side step to the floater.
Douglas up 35-13. McLaughlin with the basketball in the wing. Gets it to the corner to Walker. He's trying to drive baseline off his foot.
Hands.
Goes out of bounds.
Landry Ballard got his hand in there, deflected the ball off of Ori Walker. Now his Douglas Trojans get the ball again.
Here comes Ballard, and he is so fast up and down the court. Puts up the floater again, gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good. McMorris tries to get the putback, no good. Now Heritage Hall tries a three-pointer, no good. Rebounded Jace Breath. Now he moves the ball up the court, gets it to his teammate. Euro step by Landry. They're going to call a blocking foul on Heritage Hall.
Yep, the defender was not set at all. Landry Ballard just put so much pressure on the people guarding him because he's so fast and elusive. He's going to the line for 2 shots.
He really executes the Euro step very
gosh,
well.
yes.
I know that's kind of been a more popular move, especially at the NBA level, and we've seen it, become adapted.
Yeah,
adopted by, these younger generation of basketball players, and they've really been working hard on that and adding that to their list of moves on the court. And Ballard does a great job of it. And he's a good free throw shooter, too. Makes that one. He's got one more.
The crazy thing about Ballard, this kid is only a sophomore.
He doesn't play like a young player.
Not at all.
There's some really talented sophomores for Douglas this year. There's no question about it. They've got a good sophomore class. Here's McLaughlin with the rebound. It's important for Heritage Hall to get something going now.
Yep.
If they want to get back in this game, they got to cut the deficit here, get some buckets. Here's Rashad Smith. He somehow is navigating his way through that defense, puts up the jump shot, no good.
Good contest by McMorris. Got a hand in his face.
Rebounded Ballard.
Steal by Smith.
Control. Here's Rashad. He's going to reverse layup, no good, but get fouled in the process. No, they're going to say it's a goaltend.
Yeah, McMorris was all over that. He wanted the block so bad, but the ball was already back on its way down. Good call by the ref.
Chase Breath with the inbounds pass. Scores 36-15. Douglas. Here's Jaden Williams. Back to Ballard. Back to Jace Witt. Breath. And Devon Scott with three. There it is.
Don't leave that man open.
Gets him to 39. What a shot.
Yeah, he's got a stroke. I'll tell you what. Scott is a talented kid.
Here's Landry. He's defending Corley very well. Here's Rashad Smith at Heritage Hall. He's trying to, again, navigate his way through the defense. Ori Walker has it. And we've got a reach-in foul on Douglas.
Yep.
Number 3, Jaden Williams. It's his second foul of the game.
They play really aggressive on defense, try to go for a lot of steals. So, when you go for a lot of steals, sometimes you're going to get fouls called on you. That's the case.
Here's Corley, throws into McLaughlin, and we've got a turnover.
Yep. Right back to the Douglas Trojans.
Not sure exactly how the turnover occurred.
It was away from the ball. It was, of course, no surprise, down there in the paint where it gets dirty, it gets physical.
Ooh, I thought Landry Ballard was going to lose his dribble there, and he's going to act like he does just to be safe. Now gets the ball back, restarts the offense. He's directing traffic here. Not in any hurry. There's no reason to be.
Not when you got a lead.
Here's Jaden Williams. High post. Landry Ballard goes left, spins. Throws it to the corner. Devon Scott again.
Heat check. Bang. From 3. Scott, don't let him get started.
He's starting to burn up a little bit. He's kind of hot. Here's Ori Walker, and he's just trying to get through. Terry McMorris is all over him. Oh, and Jaden Williams is trying to steal the basketball. What a hustle play by that young man.
Coach Alexander put such a huge emphasis on defense, and it has showed this entire game. My goodness.
And you know when to go for the jump ball, especially when you see the possession arrow is in your favor. You're more apt to make those hustle plays. Devon Scott, he's going to drive, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, and that's, they're still fighting for it. Cooper Cookson has it. Goes over to Corley. Corley's going to lead it. Rashad Smith, three-point shot, no good. Rebounded Devon Scott of Douglas. He's going to slow it down just a little bit, gets it to Landry. He speeds it up. Euro step, puts up the shot, no good, gets fouled in the process.
The Euro, Landry with the Euro.
He's
so lethal. He is so lethal and smooth. Goodness gracious. And when he gets in the air and elevates, it just looks like he floats. Really talented kid. Only a sophomore, like I mentioned earlier. Now he's going to the free throw line once again for 2 shots.
We'll see if Landry can knock them down and increase their lead. Makes the first one, gets them to 43. Can they make it 44? I think Stephen Alexander, coach of Douglas, is talking to his players on the sideline there. Might be making a substitution here shortly. Here's Landry Ballard again and makes it again. Scores 45-15. I'm sorry, 44-15.
And still playing full court defense.
Absolutely. They're very aggressive. Ori Walker loses control, loses his dribble, needs help. He's about to, well, he finally does, gets it to Thad Butler.
Look at Alexander, he's fired up. Coach Alexander is getting so fired up.
And we've got a whistle for something down over here on the baseline. My focus was more at midcourt.
It's going to be a foul against Douglas. You know they play that physical defense. It's going to happen time to time.
Yeah,
You're going to get a foul call on you.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Landry Ballard, so they'll have the ball inbounded from the baseline. Thad Butler running out of time here. Got to get rid of it. Finds Rashad Smith, Cooper Cookson. Turn around, Thad Butler for three. Got it.
Needed it. That's a huge three by Heritage Hall right there.
They needed that, that's for sure. 44-17. Here's Ballard. Jace Breath, deep three. No good. Rebounded Thad Butler. Rashad Smith trying to navigate through this full court press right now. They're struggling to get past half court.
I'm telling you, this defense is lethal.
Here's McLaughlin, gets it swiped away, goes out of bounds off the hand of Landry Ballard.
They give you absolutely no room to breathe at all. They're all over you nonstop, and it shows just by their coach's energy on the sideline.
Inbound pass, Thad Butler to Rashad Smith in the corner. Lemons is all over him. He's going to back him down. Kicks it out to McLaughlin for three. No good. Oh, and they slipped. Jace Breath slipped and went down on the floor really hard.
Heads up play, though. He called the timeout. So Douglas still gets the ball. That's how you know he is a veteran. That's the senior right there, Jace Breath. Talented kid. Another really tall guy with a lot of length, just like his teammate, Terry McMorris.
2:39 left in the third quarter. Douglas up 44-17. They're playing some stellar defense. Heritage Hall is a talented basketball team. They just are getting defended relentlessly.
Yep.
It's tremendously hard when they're all over you. Legally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and honestly, it hasn't gotten chippy or anything, but I think frustration is starting to set in for Heritage Hall. They're starting to become a little bit more desperate. And the fact Kyle McLaughlin has not been able to get going offensively for the Chargers, I think is, been a huge impact, but I think that's a credit to Douglas defense. That's been their focus.
Yep. I know it's killing Sebastian Perry sitting courtside on the bench. I know he wants to be in there so bad.
He would help this team tremendously. You know he would. He's super talented. And it is tough to watch for him. Watch his teammates. Here's Rashad Smith and gets the bucket. Greenhoward's in the game. He's got it over there in the wing now. He's at the top of the key, right at midcourt, calling out the play. Gets it to Jace Breath. Breath turns around. Dribbles, turns around. Gets it to Terry McMorris. Thought he was going to put up the shot, but no, here's Greenhoward. Jump shot, no good. Now it is good.
Wow.
Just bounced up really high in the air and then fell in the hoop.
I mean, when everything is going your way, it's just going your way.
Minute 45 left in the third quarter. Here's Heritage Hall. Rashad Smith, Thad Butler going to restart it. It's difficult when your defender is like 8 inches taller than you.
No kidding. Got an open shot, didn't take it.
Ori Walker for three, no good. And rebounded Heritage Hall, number 23. That's Trenton Johnson.
Another missed three by Heritage Hall. Douglas has got it again.
Jaden Williams got it. Alley-oop. Jace Breath off the glass. Great execution.
Just great passing. Finding the open man, keeping the ball moving, making it hard for the defense.
Minute left in the third quarter, 48-19. Ori Walker calls for a screen, but goes the other way. Behind the back layup and good. That was clean.
That was nasty by Ori Walker.
That was great.
And finished over the defender that was right there in his face. Wow.
Greenhoward had kind of attacked the rim, but then stepped back and is going to reset it. Still have possession. Seemed like he was trying to draw the reach-in foul there. They're going to hold on. They want the last shot. They don't want to give Heritage Hall an opportunity. I don't blame them.
Why not? No shot clock. You got a nice lead, 48-21, Douglas on top.
Rashad Smith all over him, and then they're going to call Rashad with the foul. James Greenhoward.
They're not in the bonus, though, so no free throws.
Okay, so Douglas is going to make some substitutions here. They're going to take Jaden Williams out. They're going to take Terry McMorris out and put in Corey Holman. And Devon Scott's back in the game.
And Kingston Lemons is back in the game, too.
Chase Breath in the corner, trying to create his own shot. Gets it to Lemons, who hit a three earlier behind the back. Kicks it back to Breath. Breath is going to just back it up. 10 seconds left. He's going to try and get this last shot here. Goes right. Got a whistle.
Oh, he carried it. When he got ready to, make his drive to the bucket, a little bit of a carry there.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It's not always called.
You won't see that that call in the NBA, but
Never.
You will see it on the high school level, and you should.
You won't see it in the old and one mixtape. You remember that?
Yeah, that's true. Rashad Smith, 2 seconds left, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Scott. That's the end of the third quarter. Douglas is up 48-21. We're going to take a quick break here and come back with the fourth quarter. Get that underway very soon. Our sponsors for this streaming broadcast: Langston University, Super Prep OK on Instagram, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodger Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Wouldn't be able to do what we do without you. And thank you for everybody that has been tuning in, watching the game live while we stream this basketball game on our All City Sports YouTube page. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the action from this point forward. I'm glad that we are starting to really get into the meat and potatoes of this basketball season.
That's right. We
Teams
have
are starting to
covered
get
a
more
lot
comfortable. Best team in Class 4A this year.
I agree with you on that, 100%. They don't really have a weakness when you think about it. We've seen them play multiple games, and there's not much to nitpick at. I know Coach Alexander can always find that, but from what I see, I mean, I don't know. It's just all very impressive. And it starts on defense.
You're right. That is a focus for this Douglas basketball team, as it should be for winning basketball teams all over.
Defense wins championships.
Yeah.
That saying never
No
gets
doubt about
old.
it. But they can defer to so many different other players offensively. That's what makes Douglas special.
And not just their starting five. I mean, they got five that can come in off the bench and get their own bucket.
Yeah, and 5 bench players that could start at any other high school,
Yep.
Here's Rashad Smith of Heritage Hall. They're down 48-21. Trying to get a bucket, don't. Gets it to Greenhoward. Throws the oop and doesn't get it, but somehow gets it to Terry McMorris with the dunk.
Like I said, when things are going your way, they're going your way. He throws the oop. It bounces off the rim right into McMorris's hands and finishes with the flush on the other end. Smith hits a three-point for Heritage Hall. That's
big.
what they need.
Now they're down 26. And they need to make up quite a bit of deficit here in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure Douglas is going to really allow them the opportunity. He's going to try and slow it down a little bit. But it's at the same time still put up points. Here's Greenhoward. McLaughlin's on him. Cuts off a screen for Corey Holman. Here's Chase Breath. Breath goes left, now right. Now he's directing traffic. Gets it to Holman, and they're going to call a foul.
Yep, pushing the back. on number 44, Cooper Cookson. He's got that football background, so he's pretty physical down there.
He certainly is. He was a really good linebacker for the Heritage Hall Chargers, their state championship team this year in football. Jace Breath going to take a breath. He's going to take a breather.
He deserves it.
Scott, deep three, no good. McMorris with the rebound, a jump shot, got it.
Oh, McMorris loves that mid-range shot. We saw him hit a ton of those against Lancaster.
You know, one thing about Terry McMorris that impresses me is he's really good even without the ball in his hands.
Yes.
He's talented enough to call for the basketball each and every play and score. He doesn't do that.
Doesn't have to.
He allows his teammates to get involved and become a part of this game, and it makes them better overall as a team. And now he's starting to take over, as you see right here.
Yeah, and when he decides to go downhill, I don't know if there's many people in the state of Oklahoma that can stop him.
Yeah. No question. And, you know, he is a senior for this Douglas basketball team, but he won a state championship at the 6A level the year before last as a sophomore.
As a sophomore.
In 6A.
Yeah, with the old Del City Eagles.
And so he's made the transition and the transfer to Douglas and has fit in very well in this offense.
That itself is so impressive that he got a late start with the team, yet they gelled perfectly.
McLaughlin to Walker. Walker through the legs. You can tell he's in a hurry. Ooh, tried to get it down low to Kyle McLaughlin, but Devon Scott baited him, got him to make the throw, and then came in and made the tip, got the turnover.
It makes you wonder if Scott plays football. The way he
intercepted.
Yeah, jumped that. It was really impressive.
Here's Landry Ballard. He's going to drive all the way to the bucket and puts up the shot, no good, but gets fouled in the process. He will go to the free throw line.
That little hezzy move that he put on the defender, like just a quick hezzy stop. The defender thinks he's going to stop and shoot, so the defender goes up in the air, right past him. Ballard so fast.
By the end of the game, Landry Ballard will know. He could tell you everything about what you do well. I mean, he not only plays throughout the game, but he learns from your style of play. So by the time the fourth quarter around, he's got you figured out.
Yep. 16 years old or 15, one of the two. Young kid, tons of promise.
Got to 56. Scores 56-24. Douglas with the lead. Rashad Smith gets across half court, drives. Gets to the free throw line. They're going to call a foul on Douglas. I think that's on Landry Ballard Jr., number 22. Foul's on the floor, and we've got a late substitution here for Douglas. They're going to take out James Greenhoward and put in Andreas Morales, junior guard.
Let him get some burn.
Trying to find some room to get the ball in. Gets it to McLaughlin. Right hand, no good. Rebounding. That goes off the hands of Heritage Hall, so it's going to be Douglas basketball.
Corley knocked it out of McMorris's hands. And now Ballard's back running.
Throws to Morales for three. Got it.
Are you kidding me?
Comes off the bench.
Their depth is so unreal.
Doesn't take long to warm up after that.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's an offensive foul right there for Heritage Hall. It's going to give the ball back to Douglas.
They're just rolling on all cylinders right now. Douglas Trojans,
59-24. Landry Ballard with the basketball. He's calling out the play. He's taking his time to get across half court. Does it. Trying to shake Rashad. It's hard. Now he goes with the Euro step again. Puts up the shot. No good. And full court throw to Rashad Smith. He reversed. What a block by Terry McMorris. Ori Walker's fighting for the rebound. They're going to call a foul.
Goodness gracious.
On Ori Walker, and he's frustrated. You can see it on his face. You can hear it in his voice.
McMorris, he said, I want that on the glass. That's mine. Just
okay. No, they're going to call it on Douglas. Okay. I thought Ori Walker thought he was on him there for a second. Here's McLaughlin for three. Got it. Finally, some signs from Kyle McLaughlin. He's been really limited in his opportunities offensively today.
That's probably the best open look he's had all night, and he knocks it down.
He can hit open shots. It's just really tough to get an open shot against this Douglas defense. Here's Landry Ballard, who I thought he was going to pull up. We know Devon Scott, well, he'll like to pull up. He drives. Euro step off the glass, and it's in. What pretty. That was pretty, Dylan.
Poetry in motion. He said, Ballard, I can do the Euro as well.
Here's Cooper Cookson off the glass. No good. Somehow Douglas rebounded. Terry McMorris with the basketball. He's thinking about attacking. Nope. Jump shot off the glass from the side, which is difficult, but it goes in.
That's what he likes doing the most. He loves the mid-range shot. Very high percentage for McMorris. Knocks it down again.
63-27, 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Corley with the three in and out. Rebounded Corey Holman, 6'6" forward.
It's a big old
for
boy.
Douglas. He gets across. What a pass to the corner to Terry. Just a lightning bolt. Landry for deep three. There it is. No, it's no good. Rashad Smith with the basketball. Kicks it out to the corner. Corley puts it off the glass. Gets the end one. He's going to the free throw line. Finally a little bit of momentum for Heritage Hall.
Corley.
Better late than never. But
That's right. That's right. Just playing for pride at this point. There's 3 minutes, 42 seconds
I want to
left.
go back to that last possession by Douglas. You know, that pass to the corner to Terry McMorris.
The left-handed slingshot.
Yes, that's the best way to describe it. It really is. It was just like, where did that come from? Ouch. And Ori Walker with the rebound, and somehow Douglas comes up with it. Gets it down court to Scott. Scott's thinking about shooting it. He always does.
Yep.
Landry Ballard there at the wing. He goes expensive two. No good. Rebounded Heritage Hall. Here comes Corley. He's pushing it up court.
He missed Ori Walker.
He
had him
did.
wide
He was down
open.
there wide open on the block. Here's Rashad Smith. And they're going to call a push foul. I think that's going to be on Devon Scott.
Yep. With those
Antonio
Nickelodeon
Green is in the
slimes.
game for the
Okay.
Douglas Trojans. Number 0 is a sophomore guard. And then you've got Deshaun Ransom. Number 4, Andres Morales is in the game. Also, Kingston Lemons, who's hit some big shots, is in the game as well.
A lot of young talent.
I'm eager to see how Antonio Green will impact the game during his first appearance on the floor. 63-29, we've got a timeout. I want to give a big shout out again to our sponsors. Wouldn't be able to do what we do without you. Really enjoy bringing you Tuesday night basketball. No, today's not Tuesday night.
It's Thursday, my friend.
I wish you would have corrected me. I'm getting my days mixed up.
I wanted to correct you, but I was like, that's my brother, so I'm just going to let it be. You do your thing.
You should have corrected me. I don't like to be wrong.
Understood.
And then I don't like to admit when I'm wrong, but I'm forced to here on this broadcast. That's okay. That's all right. Big sponsors for this broadcast, Super Prep OK on Instagram. Give them a follow. You won't regret it. They do a great job of highlighting athletes from all different sports here in the state of Oklahoma. They give you updates on who's committed to where, who's going to sign a scholarship to play different sports at the next level, football, basketball, baseball, track, you name it. They do a great job of covering high school sports.
They really do.
Also, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Here's Heritage Hall, Rashad Smith to McLaughlin, who hit a 3 earlier. Rashad for 3, no good. Rebound Ransom. Gets it to Devon Scott, pushes it up court. He's going to drive towards the bucket, puts up the jump shot, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Ransom. Heritage Hall basketball.
You know, it's really late in the game, but you can still, if you're Heritage Hall, try to build some sort of momentum to finish this basketball game.
Cole Corley with the ball. McLaughlin for 3 again. No good.
over the back on Heritage Hall. Or at least that's what, I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that was Trenton Johnson, number 23, but they're going to call a foul on Douglas. I think that's going to be on Morales. Number 32, Jamel Morris, the freshman, is in the game.
You know, with all this young talent we've seen on the court tonight for Douglas, you can kind of sense that Coach Alexander is building something here at Douglas.
Oh, I think he's brewing up something.
He sure is.
Pretty nice. Well, what they're able to do on the basketball court is pretty impressive so far. Still got a lot of season left. That's why you got to continue to follow our broadcast. And, hey, tune into my radio show each and every morning, Monday through Friday, called The Morning Rush on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1 in Oklahoma City. We will recap this game. We will give you some highlights and some coverage of some high school athletics. Who's playing well? Who's making a run? Who's somebody you got to look out for in terms of playoff seeding and competing for a state championship? I think that's what most people wonder at this time. Here's Antonio Green at the top of the key, slowing things down. They're in no hurry. He's going to run the offense through the legs. Real quick, gets it to the freshman, Jamel Morris. Then he gets it to Morales. Morales has hit some buckets tonight. And here is Lemons with the jump shot. No good. Rebound to Ransom. Put back. It's good.
That's another promising young kid, Ransom. He's got some length, too.
He's one of those sophomores you gotta keep an eye out for.
Yep.
And we may have a foul here on Douglas, so it looks like Rashad Smith's going to go to the free throw line. Haven't been to the free throw lines as many times as they'd like.
Nope.
I do think they're efficient at their free throw shooting. They're just not getting as many opportunities as they're used to having.
This Douglas defense is just really special, and they play clean a majority of the time.
There's the shot. Get to the 30 mark. Score is 65-30 under 2 minutes to play. All righty. Here's Rashad.
You know, Smith is a talented player. He's only a junior. He's got some places to go. But tonight it was just really tough on him because Douglas has a lot of great defenders.
And Lemons is just going to slow it down, take a few seconds off the clock before he executes the offensive play. And I know some of these younger guys that don't get the quite as many minutes. There's Ransom. Oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh!
Did you see that?
He was behind the backboard, shoots it all the way over the backboard, and it falls in. That is something that you just do in your backyard, and it takes you like 50 tries. And he did it.
I've never seen that in a basketball game.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, how many basketball games have we broadcasted, Dylan? I mean, I've never seen that before.
Deshaun Ransom, are you kidding me?
That never touched the backboard.
No.
And
wow.
That's an offensive foul by
Oh
Heritage.
my gosh, this is wild. They are putting on a show tonight here at Douglas High School.
We're going to have to rewind that.
Yeah.
What a play by that young man. Number 4, Deshaun Ransom, sophomore forward for the Douglas Trojans, and making an acrobatic play. That's impressive. Didn't see that coming.
I did not either. I really didn't.
Here's Green with a three-point attempt. No good. Here comes Rashad Smith. He's got the rebound, pushing it up court. Ori Walker with the jump shot, and it's good.
I like Ori Walker's game a lot.
Under a minute left in this basketball game. Douglas is up 32 points. Lemons with the basketball, dribbling between his legs, slowing it down, trying to milk that clock. If it's up to him, he's taking the last shot here. We'll see if he defers to his teammate. But
you wonder if they'll even shoot.
Yeah, they may not. They may not. Antonio Green may. He put up that three-point attempt a minute ago. And now he lost his dribble, gets it to Lemons, I think they're going to call a foul on a reaching foul on Walker.
Yeah, he wanted that steal. He's still competing. That's just internal grit by Ori Walker.
25 seconds left. And number 2 is in the game. That's Thalen Fields. Green's got the basketball again, gets it to Lemons. Lemons double team, back to Green. Green cross court to Fields.
Yep, they're just
Fields
going
is
to let
just
that
going to hold
clock run.
on to it and let this thing dribble out.
What a game by Douglas Trojans, my goodness.
Strong. And who is our player of the game? Who would you say deserves that recognition, Dylan?
You know, all the aspects of the game. I don't just look at offense, I look at defense as well. And a guy who did it on both ends tonight, consistently, nonstop. The sophomore, number 22, Landry Ballard Jr. is my player of the game.
And that's fitting. I mean, he's strong. He's extremely talented, and he plays really hard.
Yep, both ends, not just offense, defense. And he creates a lot of open looks for his teammates. A lot of those three-point shots that were made was an assist from Landry Ballard.
Absolutely. Hey, click subscribe to the All City Sports YouTube page so you don't miss another basketball or football or any type of sporting event in the future. And you will get that notification and let you know where we'll be at next. Appreciate everybody tuning in to the streaming of this basketball game. And big shout out to our sponsors, Langston University, Super Prep OK on Instagram, Kai's Life Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Have a great night, Oklahoma.